on last week's game, coming onto this one as well. And we're also going to get a chance to catch up with Coach Johnston from the Vikings as well in the pregame as we continue forward here too. But taking a look at the Southwest West District standings, Minneota is on top with 4-0 conference record, 6-0 overall. Dawson Boyd right behind them, 3-1 in conference, 5-1 overall. Dawson Boyd's lone loss came to this Minneota Vikings squad. Ortonville 3-1 in conference, 4-2 overall. Their district loss is to the Vikings as well. Lacabar Valley 3-1 in conference, 3-3 overall. Yellow Medicine East 1-3 in conference, 2-4 overall. Canby 1-4 in conference, 1-5 overall, and then Lakeview sitting at 0-5 in conference and 1-5 overall this season. That's a look at the district Southwest West standings on the year so far. And take a look at the state Class A rankings. Well, I mentioned this during the volleyball broadcast because the QRF had the Minneota squad at number 2 as well, and they've still got the Viking football team at number 5 in all of Class A. They do have Bold on top of their 6-0 record. Otter Tail Central at 6-0, they're number 2. Mahnomen Waban at 7-0, they're at number 3. And United South Central at 6-0, they're at the number 4 spot via the QRF. But you switch over and take a look at the Associated Press. They've got Minneota, the top team in the state, 5-0 record, of course. They were previously at number 3, actually. They are number 1 this week. Mahnomen Waban is number 2, Bold at number 3, Blooming Prairie 4, and Rushford Peterson at 5. So some differing rankings between the QRF from Minnesota Scores and the Associated Press. So the Associated Press has the Vikings the top team in all of Class A. Well, as we move forward, I mentioned I got a chance to catch up with both head coaches. We'll step aside, we'll get into those interviews, and we'll get closer to the opening kick. The Minneota Vikings on the road taking on the Lakeview Lakers right here on 107.5 The Fan. All right, Johnny, why don't you just do a 30 and then play the Minneota interview? Yep, that's the one. Yeah, I think so, just because I know Johnston was 10-something and Sterner was 7-something, and we got 17 minutes on the clock, so let's just do 30s.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is Parents' Night. As soon as we introduce you, you may stand, and then at the end we will give a big round of applause for all of our parents. We're going to start off with our cheerleaders. 7th grader Shanda Jones, parents Troy and Carrie Jones. 8th grader Lauren Schold, parents Paul and Carrie Schold. 8th grader Erica Kruchek, parent Brian Kruchek. 8th grader JC Selbo, parent Melissa Selbo. 8th grader Julia Sterner, parents John and Tracy Sterner. 8th grader Chloe Luwaji, parents Kurt and Christy Luwaji. Freshman Madison Smith, parents Terry and Crystal Smith. Freshman Lexi Hartle, parents Dean and Julie Hartle. Freshman and captain Bailey Keene, parents Mike and Wendy Keene. Sophomore Sandra Galash and 8th grader Claire Daniels, host parent and parent Mary Crockett. And senior and captain Chloe Torkey and freshman Faith Torkey, parents Chad and Vanessa Torkey. Onto the football team, Isaias Preces, parent Dulce Reyes. Devin Davis, parents Tramel and Michelle Davis. Jacob Leimer, Derek Leimer, and Tina Haven. Ashton Gregoire, parents Jacob Gregoire and Katie Bartness. Brady Thomas, parents Brad Thomas and Angie Listel. Colby and Keegan Marchek, parents Lester and Kim Marchek. Aaron Lieneman, parents Phil and Stacy Lieneman. Angel Gurios Arceno Vasquez, con su primo Oscar Humberto Escobar Sarceno. Brandon Aguirre, parents Benito Aguirre and Alicia Suco. Zach Mueller, parents Keith and Tammy Mueller. Ben Mink, parents Doug and Nicole Mink. Cody and Caden Karen, parents John and Desiree Karen. Alex Lenz, parents Mike and Shannon Lenz. Luke and Grant Sander, parents Les and Kim Sander. Lucas Hodges, parents Ron and Karen Hodges. Riley Olson, parents Charlie and Tracy Olson. Carter Luwaji, parents Dan and Amy Luwaji. Jacob Myers, parents Sean and Vicky Myers. Billy Arrington, parents Joe and Allison Arrington. Parker Hoffman, parents Dan and Donna Hoffman. Aaron Lowe, parents David and Missy Lowe. Will Gruby, parents Al and Barb Gruby. Mackenzie and Leah Weimer, parents Greg and Amy Weimer. Hannah Pensky, parents Perry and Gail Pensky and Laura and Jason Wing. Joe Dalian, Aunt Lacey Truey. Dalton Wernemont, parents Scott and Jessica Wernemont. Nathan Grangs, parents John and Marie Grangs. Walker and Waylon Risa, parents Jeff and Brenda Risa. Reed Bott, parents Chad and Stephanie Bott. Camden Mogg, parents Alan and Kim Mogg. Chandler Randolph, parents Scott Ritchie. Elijah Sterner, parents John and Tracy Sterner. Peyton and Brock Quisted, parents Paul and Jamie Quisted. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our Parents' Night 2018. Let's give a round of applause for our parents for everything that they do. Thank you, parents. Ladies and gentlemen, we're working on a couple of things right now. We'll get to our introductions shortly. Give us a couple of minutes. Thank you for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is Military Appreciation Night. At this time, we ask all veterans and active service members to please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look around. We cannot thank you enough for your service and your sacrifice to our country. Thank you, veterans and current service members. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lakeview Athletic Complex, the home of the Lakers. Tonight's Southwest Minnesota West District football game features the Minneota Vikings and your Lakeview Lakers. Tonight's game is being played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. These rules provide for fair play and good sportsmanship among players and coaches. The Minnesota State High School League asks that spectators promote the ideals of good sportsmanship and show respect for both opponents and officials during tonight's game. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please stand if able, remove your hats and face the flag, as we honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the defensive unit for the Vikings. Starting at defensive back, a junior, number 5, Alex Seltzer. At defensive end, a junior, number 10, Logan Susner. Starting at a defensive back, senior number 11, Thomas Hennon. Starting at linebacker, junior number 13, Cole Sano. Starting at linebacker, junior number 22, Blake Reese. Starting at linebacker, senior number 42, Landon Robecki. Starting at another linebacker, senior number 52, Mitchell Rost. Starting at linebacker, senior number 55, Sean Bicey. Starting at defensive end, the senior number 56, Cole Van Overbeck. Starting at defensive tackle, senior number 73, Ty Lipinski. And starting at free safety, a sophomore, number 88, AJ Meary. The Vikings are coached by Chad Johnston. Assistant coaches Matt Mervick, Steve Susner, Les Engler, Brian Rodas, Matt Bicey, Jordan Fink, Nick Esping, Chuck Josephson, and Wade Gillen.
Remember, no one, and I mean no one, comes into our house and pushes us around.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Lakeview Lakers! And now let's meet your starting offensive unit for your Lakers. Starting at quarterback, a junior number 5, Aaron Lowe. Starting at a wide receiver, a junior number 6, Parker Hoffman. Starting at a wide receiver, a junior number 8, Billy Arrington. Starting at a running back, a junior number 10, Carter Luwaji. Starting at a running back, a senior number 22, Lucas Hodges. Starting at a running back, a senior number 26, Elijah Sterner. And your lineman, a junior number 52, Cody Karen. Another offensive lineman, a senior number 56, Reed Bott. Another offensive lineman, a senior number 57, Walker Risa. Joining him on the line, a junior number 69, Brennan Aguirre. And your other offensive lineman, a junior number 72, Grant Sander. Your Lakers are coached by John K. Sterner. Assistant coaches Tom Yanka, Eric Lundberg, and David Lowe. Volunteer coaches Ray Peterson, Scott Hansen, Dave Nelson, and Derek Riley.
Here comes the
play. And when I talked to Coach Johnston, this just aired a little bit ago too, I mentioned, I'm like, you can't take anybody lightly. We saw our professional team do that earlier in the season, and they came out with an L against a team they probably should have beat. And the Vikings, they got to be geared up and ready to go here too. It is a road game. It's always tougher to win on the road, different atmosphere, and even though in high school your fans do travel pretty well where you go, it's just different field, and you have to bring out your A game even if you are the top team in the state.
Right, and the key for Minneota all season has been starting fast, scoring right away in the first quarter, and getting out to a huge lead going into halftime. One thing about Lakeview, this opponent for Minneota, is Lakeview has a stellar linebacker in Elijah Sterner. He has 89 tackles this year, 7 for loss, and he can just fly around. He's a little guy, $175, but he can fly. If he can remain free and make those tackles, especially in the backfield, that could provide a spark that Lakeview needs.
And Elijah is their prime running back, too. He's totaled the rock 121 times this season. So we'll see how things shake down as we are just set for the opening kick. The Vikings will kick off left to right in your radio dial here in quarter number 1 as the Lakers go back, get set to receive as Alana Robecki throws up the signal to boot it away. Robecki, a nice line drive kick, and hops right by one of the up men, and drifting back, picking it up at the 16-yard line and going right to the 20, taken down at the 21-yard line. That is where the Lakers will start. As coming out of the pile on the return would look to be Lucas Hodges.
Tackle by number 80, Jackson Esping.
As they'll mark it exactly at the 21-yard line. And that's where the Lakers will set up shop.
Lakers will start their possession on their own 21-yard line, first down and 10.
So we'll see what Coach Sturter wants to dial up for the Laker offense. As Lowe, the quarterback, will go under center on offset eye. Here's the snap. Going back to pass. Lowe looking over to the far side. Dumps it off into the flats to Sturter, and he'll be ushered out of bounds after a gain of a couple.
Those pass complete to Carter Lawaji.
Actually goes to Lawaji, excuse me.
Nice quick start to this game for Lakeview. Roll out, quick pass to the flats, gain 4 yards. That's a good start for Lakeview.
So bring up second down and 6 for the Lakers. As they'll come back up to the line of scrimmage again. Under center goes Lowe, or excuse me, out of the shotgun this time. Quick give to the near side. It's going to be a jet sweep, and ooh, just lost his footing.
22, Lucas Hodges.
As Hodges tried to catch the edge and try to push it up the near hash. Just kind of gave out on him. That's one thing Coach Sterner mentioned in the pregame, too. A lot of rain this week makes for some interesting field conditions here, too.
Right, yeah, just looking at the field, you can tell that there's some spots in the middle of the field that is basically just dirt, and throughout the entire field, you can just see all the mud.
We'll see if that comes into play. Another shotgun look, 2 out to the far side, 1 to the near. Quick hitter over to the far flats as well, and shifting through 1 tackle, drifting to the near hash, and upended and taken down. Going to be short of the first down marker. Maybe a gain of a couple here. As Parker Hoffman, the one to pull in the reception, and he is the leading receiver for the Lakers, but that's going to go for a gain of a few and bring up a 4th down and most likely a punt for the Lakers.
Game of play brings up 4th down and 6 following the 25.
Officially a 4th and 6. As Lakeview will get set to punt. And back to return is Thomas Hennon. And a motion during the punt on the Lakeview side here. High snap. Going back to pick it up right around the 11. And no, they just let it go. And Minneota's able to jump on top. They're going to take over inside the 10-yard line. A rough snap was sailing over the punter. And the Vikings pick it up.
Certainly not what you hope for from the Lakers side.
First down and goal.
You went 3 and out, gained 4 yards on your first possession, and then backed up deep in your own territory and snapped the ball over the punter's head.
Vikings great field position already in the Representative Chris Wadzinski red zone. Man in motion forward and near out of the shotgun. Thomas Hennon takes a high snap. Give to Sano. Comes up the near side. Bounces it to the edge and dives for the end zone, but he's going to be short. Looked like his knee came down early.
Run by number 13,
They'll give him to about the 3-yard line. A gain of 4 for Sano.
12, Colby Marchek. 4-yard gain on the
Looked like
play,
Sano
down and goal.
running the off tackle from the shotgun there. Looked like he was trying to pick his hole, being very patient, and that allowed the Lakeview Lakers defense to corral.
So now the Vikings, 3 backs in the backfield, 2 split to the sides of Hennon out of the shotgun. Now they'll move 1 in motion. Here's a snap. Give to Sano. Bounces to the left guard. Plunges towards the goal line. Gets across and in the end zone. And the Vikings on the board after giving a short field. Make it 6-0. As Cole Sano punches in the 3-yard touchdown run.
Exactly the fast start Minneota. We're used to Minneota having each game. Quick 2-play drive there for a quick score.
As now, they made this move a couple of weeks ago, doing the kicking Sebastiano Beraldo. Awaits the snap. The snap is down. The kick is up and through the uprights. Beraldo cashes in the extra point. And now on the Frank Selector scoreboard, it reads Minneota 7, Lakeview 0, 9:41 left in the first quarter. This is Minneota and Lakeview football on 107.5 The Fan. Just a 30.
I'm a little slow on the uptick.
It's all good. My pen is crap.
Yeah, my pen is bad.
Might try and pull some other ones out. Back in Cottonwood at Lakeview High School. Touchdown drive for the Vikings. Just a 7-yard drive. Cole Sano caps it off with a 3-yard touchdown run. And on the Frank's Electric scoreboard, it reads 7-0 as they kick it away to the far side of the field. And off the hands of Hodges, he'll pull it in at around the 20-yard line and go all the way up to the 30 down the far sideline. And he's knocked out of bounds right around that 30. See the official mark.
By number 33, Grady Morris.
As they will start at the 30-yard line officially.
Lakers will start their possession on their own 30-yard line, first down and 10.
So the Lakers looking for some momentum offensively. They tried some quick hits out to the flats area last time. And we'll see what they can get going against the Viking defense. As Lowe going to go under center. They're going to line up 2 outs on the near side, 1 to the far. Here's the snap. Lowe, turn around, give right up the gut, and right back to the line of scrimmage. And taken down to the carry. As Sterner does get the tote, but not getting much of anywhere.
55, Sean Bicey, and 73, Ty Lipinski.
Yeah, Lakeview runs a unique backfield set. They run an I formation, but they offset it to either the right side or left side. They'll try to run some trick plays out of that, some ISOs, stretch ISOs, but it's something you don't see too often.
Now they go shotgun. Here's the snap, fake the jet sweep, quick hit to the far side too, and pulled in for a decent gain here. We'll get about gain of 5 or so. Pulling in the reception, went to Parker Hoffman again. We mentioned he's the top target on this Laker squad, so about a gain of 5 from Lowe to Hoffman.
5-yard gain on the play, 3rd down and 4.
And for Lowe, he's 3 for 3 starting this game, so he looks like he's in a pretty good rhythm throwing the ball. They haven't been long routes, but a lot of short stuff. They're starting to stretch the field a little bit, but he looks very comfortable back there.
He's thrown for almost 800 yards this season. They'll snap and Lowe goes through there again. Too high for Hodges off his fingertips. It'll fall incomplete and bring up a 4th down. It was there too. Hodges was kind of underneath the coverage that time. Tried to pull it in one hand, a little too high. Pass off the mark, and another 4th down upcoming for the Lakers.
It looked like Lowe rushed that throw a little bit. He had his man wide open, which I think he got a little too excited about and launched the ball over his head.
We'll see if they can get a better result from the punt this time. Last one sailing over. The punter. This one corralled and booted away high. Going to be a short kick, though. It's spiraling and hits shy of midfield and takes a Viking bounce. And they're going to start in Laker territory once again as the ball will be spotted at about the 47-yard line in plus territory. So the Vikings again working with a short field, and if you're the Lakers, that's the last thing you want is to spot this offense. Great field position.
Right, especially, I mean, that was a 10-yard punt. It was a good snap and everything.
Just couldn't get enough on it this time. Thomas Hennig going to go on the keeper, fakes the option, going to take it himself. He's up to the 45 or 35-yard line, ushered out around the 25. Let's see where the official mark goes to. Actually give him the 24-yard line, a designed QB keeper. And a nice gain for Thomas Hennig.
That run is good for a Vikings 1st down. Ball on the 24-yard line.
So we mentioned short field again for the Vikings.
You're right there, Minneota running the option play. Lakeview defended it well. They had a guy on the pitch man, but to defend the option perfectly, you need to have a guy on the quarterback, which they did not do.
So after the 23-yard carry, they're going to give to Sano here, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. A nice play from Lakeview. Coming out of the pile looked to be Colby Marczyk. So Marchek gets the tackle, and maybe even for a loss here.
That'll be one of the keys for Lakers defense is their defensive line to play stout, tough football up front to keep those linebackers free. Lakeview Lakers, they run 5 linebackers behind a 3 down lineman front. So they need to keep the offensive linemen off their linebackers.
There's a snap, quick hitter in the flats. Tosano going to cut his way up to the far hash and backpedal his way forward. He'll get inside the 20. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 19-yard line. So gain of 5 to Cole, just swung it out into the far flats. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 4. So we'll see what Coach Johnston and Coach Mervick and company want to dial up here on their 3rd down. They'll go under center with Thomas Hennon. Double wing look, one wide at each side. Here's the snap, turn around. Give goes to Robecki, coming up here to the near side, trying to follow blocking, trying to follow Van Overbeck, and he'll be taken down shy of the 10. Looks like he'll get to about the 12-yard line. Gain of a handful there.
That run is good for a Vikings first down.
It does move the sticks, just got enough.
We saw a couple weeks ago that jet sweep for Minneota worked perfectly. Reese rushed for over 100 yards. Sano had over 100 yards. If they can run it tonight and be successful, it could be a long night for Lakers defense.
So a high snap corralled by Hennon. Quick hit to the far side, too. Looks like he strikes it to Robecki again. And diving forward. Looks like Landon will get across and into the end zone. 12-yard touchdown pass to Landon Robecki. And the Vikings break pay dirt again.
Nice wide receiver screen there. Minneota executed it perfectly. Got a lineman out in front of the receiver. A couple receivers out there blocking. Perfectly executed for a touchdown.
Tacked on another 6, and Baraldo will go back to attempt another extra point. There's the snap. The kick is up, drifting near side, and gets through the uprights, and good. Make it 14-0 on the Franks Electric scoreboard. Vikings on top of the Lakers. 5:58 left in the first quarter. This is Minneota Viking and Lakeview Laker football on 107.5 The Fan. Just a 30 again. All right, this pen's terrible.
Yep, so's mine.
Seriously, I can't. Back at Lakeview, another score for the Vikings makes it 14-0 on the Franks Electric scoreboard. 12-yard touchdown pass from Thomas Hennon to Landon Robecki. And now Landon will get set to boot it away. As a nice line drive end over end kick fielded at the 15-yard line. Take it back off over the far side and trying to jump cut to the far sideline and past the far hash. Decent return from Lawaji, going to get it up to about the 35. And the best starting field position for the Lakers here tonight.
Lakers already down 2 scores, really need to take advantage of this good field position. Starting their 3rd drive here. Let's see if they come out throwing again. Lowe's, again, has looked pretty good so far tonight, throwing the ball.
As we talked about, almost 800 yards coming in on 145 attempts. Thrown 6 touchdowns this year. Shotgun look. 2 out of the near side, 2 to the far. Low look at a pass. Wants to come near side with it and underthrown. Picked off by Thomas Hennon to the 40-yard line. Taking it back the other way. Bounce out to the near side. 20, 15, 10, 5. He's hit and gets into the end zone. A pick 6 for Thomas Hennon. He takes it 40 yards the other way.
Looked like a combination route there for the Lakers. One guy was running looked like a quick slant, and the other guy was coming underneath running an out. I don't know if he was throwing to the out guy or the slant guy, but threw it right between both of his receivers. They had no idea the ball was on the way, right into Thomas Hennon's hands, and he took it for a return interception.
So a big turnover. The Vikings house the interception. There's the snap. The extra point is up. And it is through once again. And just like that, 21-0. Minneota on top of Lakeview. 5:40 left in the first quarter. This is Minneota Viking and Lakeview Laker football on 107.5 The Fan. Just a 30 here. Back in Cottonwood at Lakeview High School as we continue through the first quarter. Frank's Electric scoreboard shows 21-0 Vikings on top with 5:40 left in the first. After a pick six from Thomas Hennon. Line drive kick from Rebecki will be fielded at about the 15-yard line, pulled in by Riley Olsen. Going to go to the far side, shakes one tackle, diving forward to get inside the 25. About the 26-yard line, and that's where the Lakers will set up shop.
Tackle by number 88,
As
AJ Murray.
First time we've seen Olsen touch the ball is
Lakers will start the possession on their own 26-yard line.
able to get decent starting field position here for Lakeview. See what the offense can muster up here against the Viking defense. Trailing 21-0, 5:33 left in the first quarter. As they go under center here with Lowe, 2 out to the near side, 1 to the far, 1 back in the backfield. Here's the snap, turn around, give coming to the near side, jump cut back in and up to about the 30-yard line. Sterner on the carry for Lakeview. About a gain of 5.
That was a good looking play for Lakeview. Gaining 5 yards off a outside run, spreading the Minneota defense out, trying to run the stretch plays. I think that might be key for Lakeview.
So second and they officially make it a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Under center again. 2 out of split to the near side for Lakeview. Here's the snap. Turn around. Sterner coming to the near side too, trying to catch the edge and running over a man and gets to, well, just shy of the 35. They mark it at the 34-yard line. A gain of 4. Going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Lakeview offense came back with that exact same play call that they gained 4 yards on in the previous play. Gain another 4 yards. Now they're sitting at 3rd and short.
4:47 to counting in the first quarter. Lakers trying to muster up some offense, trailing 21-0. They got a 3rd and 1 in front of them here. They'll set up a power look here, bringing in a fullback to go straight eye formation. Here's a snap, turn around. Sterner up the gut following blocking. He's got the first down and pushes the pile beyond the 35. I think they're going to mark him even at the 36. And a gain of 2 for Sterner will move the sticks for the Lakers.
Lakeview bringing in big Reed Bott, putting him in the backfield, running a quick ISO up the middle, showing Minneota defense that they can pound the ball too.
Yeah, Reed Bott, a force on the basketball court too. Saw him last year. One of the centers for the Lakeview squad. As a fresh set of downs for Lakeview from their own 36-yard line. They go under center. Nope, they're going to go shotgun, excuse me. 1 man to the right. Here's the snap. Quick hitter, Low looking to the far side on a quick screenplay. Pulled in by Hodges. He'll move up and get across the line of scrimmage. About a gain of 2 that time. So yet another connection from Low. Gets a couple.
Yeah, Low's 4 for 5 so far starting this game. And he's throwing a great tight football. Spiral. Nice, clean pass. He looks, again, I said it before, he looks very good and very comfortable in the backfield, in the pocket, rolling out, too. I think that might be another key for Lakeview.
They'll go shotgun again. 1 wide out split to the far side. Here's the snap. Low going to fake the give. Now it's going to go up to the near side. 2 and up back and fumble the football, and the Vikings will scoop it up. Nope, they'll muff that scoop. And now diving on, we'll see who comes out of the pile with it. Looked like Susner was going to have it. And the Vikings do come away with it. Out of the pile is Logan Susner. And another big turnover on the Lakers spots the Vikings' phenomenal field position.
The Vikings will start their possession on the
It's
Lakers'
unfortunate.
17-yard line. First
Lakeview
down
trying to
and 10.
come with a little trickery, faking the dive and coming back underneath with a sort of jet sweep look. Looked like the ball carrier was trying to do a little too much. Ended up getting loose with the football, and it got knocked out of his hands.
So with that, the Vikings at the Lakers 17, looking for their 4th score of the first quarter. Under center, Thomas Hennon. Double wing look, excuse me. One man in motion is Reese from near to far. Fake to give to Reese. Hennon wants to pass. Rolls out to the near side. Plants and launches too high. One for Susner. Launched it over him out of bounds. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 for the Vikings.
I think that's something that Coach Johnston wants to fine-tune a little bit too with Thomas. Is we mentioned it throughout broadcast before. Took over in week 2. Never played quarterback. Kind of learning that on the fly. He's got some games under his belt now. But still, when you haven't played that throughout your career, it's a tough position to take over.
Right, and earlier in the season, he was throwing a lot off his back foot, leaning backwards. Now, even on that pass, it was a rollout, but he got himself set and threw the ball well.
This time they give to Sandler out of the gut, pushing through the pile, pulling people forward, still on his feet, and he'll be taken down at about the 2-yard line. Maybe actually he'll spot it back at the 3. Either way, a gain of 15 for Cole Sano.
Nice strong run for Minneota there for Sano. He's been their workhorse, all season long, running the ball, carrying this team essentially on his back.
Cole Sano coming into this game, 980 yards on the season. They'll go under center with Hennon. Here's the snap. Pitch to Robecky, far side. He'll follow the ball, too. The Lakers will jump on top of this one. Aaron Lowe, Johnny on the spot, gets the big turnover for the Lakers.
Number 5, Aaron Lowe.
What a huge recovery there for Lakeview. Thomas looked like he might have pitched it a little too low for Robecky to corral it in the backfield. Hit him in the hands, but he had to bend down to reach for it. Just wasn't able to corral it. And Lakeview took that opportunity and got right on the ball.
That's what the Lakers needed, trailing 21-0. 2 turnovers. They cause one as well, pick up the fumble. And they're going to go shotgun look here with Lowe. Here's the snap. Fake to give to Nutback, and they're going to give to Sterner right up the gut as he'll push beyond the 10-yard line. Get to the 11-yard line. Give it a gain of 2.
In that play for Lakeview, there's a lot of action in the backfield. A faked jet sweep. Quarterback Lowe was, they faked me out. I thought they faked it again to Elijah, and Lowe was going to keep it, but he did give it back, give it to Elijah, and went right up the middle for a gain of 2.
So they've got a 2nd and 8 now from their own 11-yard line. Shotgun again. They're going to split out 2 wide out to the near side. One back to the right of Lowe. Man in motion now is Hodges. Fake to give to Hodges. Lowe going to keep it himself, coming up the near side. And he's sacked in the backfield. Tyler Pinsky. I don't think Lowe saw him right away. Ran right into the wall of Tyler Pinsky, and that's going to go for a loss.
No, he did not see him. It looked like Lakeview was going to run a shovel pass. They had a running back right underneath Lowe while Lowe was rolling out to the left. But that man was covered. Lowe looked like he was going to run it, but then sort of set his feet as if he was going to throw it downfield and did not see the defender.
Tyler Pinsky now back-to-back weeks with sacks. He was up for Defensive Player of the Week this week. Shotgun look here for the Lakers. Here's the snap. Low, looking to pass. Go to the far side, and miscommunication, almost intercepted, but knocked away at the last second. I think he was looking for Hoffman again, and Hoffman playing defense on the offensive side because Alex Salzer almost had an interception.
Yeah, again, another nice-looking throw from Lowe. He got his feet set, his shoulders angled right to his receiver, threw it just a little bit off target. Looked like it was going to be a pick, but Hoffman did a great job playing defense there.
So the wideout Hoffman able to knock it away and get a punt upcoming here for the Lakers. Awaiting the snap. There it is. Pulled into the end zone. Kicked away. Spiraling kick. Thomas Hennon calls for a fair catch. Has to go down to a knee and pick it up. Almost dropped it, but able to stay on top of it. But again, great field position for the Vikings. Looks like they'll take over at the Laker 30-yard line.
30-yard line, first down and 10.
This has been a bit of an issue here, too, not just because of the turnovers, but the punts deep from their own zone and not able to get it across the 50-yard line and giving the Vikings primetime field position. We'll see what the Viking offense wants to dial up here. 1:07 left in the first quarter. Vikings on top, 21-0. As they're looking to pass here with Hennon, launching here to the near sideline and overthrowed. Wanted to go for Tanner Sturzinger. Nice to see Tanner back out there, though. He's been hurt for a few weeks, but Tanner now healthy enough to play, but overthrown by a few yards.
He had him open, too. They ran a combination wheel route and post. Sturzinger ran the wheel route. He was wide open against this Laker secondary. Thomas just overthrew him by a few yards.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 from the Laker 30-yard line. 1:02 left of the first quarter. They'll go shotgun again. 2 out split to each side for the Vikings. Man in motion forward to the nearest Reese. Here's the snap. Thomas going to go on the option play to the far side. Keeps it himself. Cuts up. Now he'll throw and is hauled in by the Vikings. The far side and thrown down. Might even fumbled. Won't matter. That's going to be... That'll be a... He was beyond the line of scrimmage when he went for that pass, so they're going to throw the flag on that.
Yep.
So that'll back it up regardless. I thought there was a fumble towards the tail end either way. I think the Vikings came back on top of it, but with that, maybe, that's, again, Thomas still learning this position, but you got to know you can't cross that line of scrimmage and then throw the football, and that's what happened. It looked like Thomas committed to keeping the ball on the option and then said, no, I want to throw it.
Yeah. That's one thing. You run the option. If you decide you're going to keep it, you have to keep it. That pitch man isn't going to be where you think he's going to be. Right there was a perfect example. Pitch man got a little bit out in front of Hennon, and Hennon thought he was able to pitch it, but then realized that his pitch man was in front of him, ended up throwing it forward for an illegal forward pass. And that's big because it's a loss of yardage and a loss of down.
Does bring up a 3rd down now at the 32-yard line. Hennon looking to pass again, stepping up into the throw. Finds Logan Suser falling to the ground, pulls it in inside the 25. Looks like they'll give him the 24-yard line and a gain of 7.
If Susner stays on his feet there, he's probably running into the end zone right there. He was wide open. There was no defender around him. Excellent executed play there from Minneota.
To bring up a 4th down, a 4th and 4 from the Laker 24-yard line. 19 seconds on the clock. Looks like the Vikings are going to roll and get the 4th down play in before the quarter break. Hennon under center, double wing look. Sorensen in motion near to far. Here's the snap and a flag launched. Looks like we'll probably have a full start upcoming. It is a full start on the Vikings. It'll back them up a little bit more and make for a lengthy 4th down play.
Yeah, this is a big stop for Lakeview Lakers defense here. If they're able to get Minneota to punt it here, or, it's 4th and long, and it looks like Minneota's bringing in some new personnel, but if Lakeview is able to stop them here and get the ball back, that'll be huge for them.
It'll be a 4th and 9. And I think we're going to get a timeout to chat about it. Nope, the quarter will end instead. That'll wrap up quarter number 1. And on the Frank's Electric scoreboard, it shows 21-0 in favor of Minneota over Lakeview. We get set for second quarter action between the Lakers and the Vikings here on 107.5 The Fan. We'll do 1 minute.
Emma Bruceman. For the boys, 3rd and 4th grade, Logan Herrick. For the girls, 5th and 6th grade, Bryn Stensrud. For the boys, Jordan Olson. For the 7th and 8th grade girls, Taylon Truey. And for the boys, Nathan Fensky. Thank you everyone for coming out and participating in today's punt, pass, and kick. Vikings will have the ball to start the second quarter, 4th down.
Back here at Lakeview, a 4th and 9 upcoming for the Vikings as they'll switch sides of the field. Vikings moving right to left in your radio dial here. From the Lakeview 31, man in motion forward in the air is Sturzinger. Faking the handoff. Thomas wants to go through the air, looking for Logan Suster. Reels it into the 15, inside the 10, and knocked out of bounds around the 5-yard line.
Tackled by number 26.
Big time connection between Thomas Hennon and Logan Susner. It's inside the Representative Chris Wadzinski red zone. Officially marked at the 6-yard line. So give it a gain of 20. And now the first down and goal from the 6. Shotgun look. Here's the snap. Hennon fakes the give. Went for a slant. Ooh, almost intercepted too. Lowe was in the vicinity. Kind of behind Robecki a little bit that time and falls harmlessly to the ground.
Yeah, off of the play action. It looked like Hennon had his eyes right on the receiver that he was going to throw to. It was a quick slant. He led him a little bit too far, but it looked like it was another good throw from Thomas. He looks like he's getting very comfortable back there as a quarterback.
With that, I mean, that's a timing route, too. That slant, you got to hit him on a dime. Just a touch off. It falls incomplete. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Under center, Hennon, double wing again. Here's the snap. Pitch to Sano, coming off to the near side. Shakes one tackle, pushes forward. Power running, gets across the goal line, hits the pylon and in. A 6-yard touchdown run for Cole Sano.
Yeah, coming off that 4th and distance conversion from Minneota, running couple plays after that. Looked like Thomas Hennon was going to throw a disastrous pick to Lakeview Lakers defense, but come back with a pitch to Sano, and he just powers his way into the end zone.
Cole with his 15th and 16th touchdown runs of the season. Ronaldo extra point, pushed to the far side and missed this one. Had been perfect up to that point. It leaves it 27-0. Minneota on top of Lakeview. 11:42 left of the second quarter. This is Minneota and Lakeview football on 107.5 The Fan. Just a 30. I'll do all 30s after touchdowns, John.
Hodges and Olsen
back here in Cottonwood. The Vikings now up 27-0. Only a handful of games going on around the area tonight on Thursday, and I was going to be getting updates for the MCC Wabasso game, but delayed due to power outage, from what I've been told. See if they can even get that one going between the Rabbits and Rebels. Here's the kick, squib kick, fielded by one of the up men for the Lakers, coming out here to the near side, working near hash. Great starting field position as he'll work all the way to the 42-yard line. As Marchek on the return for Lakeview, and this is the best field position they've had starting here. See if the Lakers can take advantage.
Yeah, great starting field position again for Lakeview here. Every kickoff return, they seem to get closer and closer to that 50-yard line. They just need to take advantage now. Keep running those off-tackle runs, those stretch runs with Elijah. They were running them successfully before. Let's see if they come back to it.
Shotgun look, fake the give to the jet sweep, and going to Sterner instead right at the gut. He's got some room. He's across midfield to the 40 now. Working all the way to the 30-yard line. Throws a stiff arm on Robecki and taken down inside the 20-yard line. A flag thrown at the end. See if that's maybe a face mask tacked on top of it. But the carry gets all the way to the 16-yard line. We'll wait to see what the call will be on the flag here, too. It could be some more damage. Is the officials chatting about it? It is a face mask tacked on top on the Vikings. A big-time play for the Lakers.
And with the run, that's good.
And you tack on the penalty as well.
First down and 10.
What a great run by Sterner there. Lakeview ran again. They faked the jet sweep. Came back to Elijah. Again, it looked like it was going to be a stretch play, but he made something out of nothing out of that play.
Low give to Sterner again, trying to work on the blocking. Taken down.
Half
Not going to get much out of this one as he ran into Ty Lipinski again. Wanted to get into Sterner.
73, Ty Lipinski.
So Sterner did have about a 33-yard run prior to that. Biggest offensive play for the Lakers has them in primetime field position. They are in the representative Chris Swedzinski red zone. A loss of one of that carry brings up a 2nd and 11 as they are on the Viking 14. Shotgun look. Here's Lowe taking the snap, looks over the middle, and now he's flushed out of the pocket. Wants to step up, throws to the end zone, and just knocked out. Almost had the touchdown. I think he went for Hoffman again on the far side. Left it just low. Actually, they'll say that's Billy Arrington again. Number 8, number 6, hard to read here from this vantage point as Lakers wearing black uniforms with blue numerals. They do have white trim, but still hard to read them off in the distance.
That was such a close catch there. Lowe did a great job. He went through his progression, felt pressure coming up from his outside, stepped up into the pocket, looked like he was going to run, but he kept his eyes downfield, found his receiver, put a good throw on, just a little bit low, and receiver missed it.
Here's the snap, faking the give, going to Arrington again, left it low and incomplete. Aaron mad at himself as Arrington tried to go to a knee and reel it in, but just couldn't quite get into it in time, and had him open over there too.
He had him open for a quick 5-yard gain there. Another good-looking ball, just a little bit low. If he steps into it a little bit more, I think that's right on the numbers. And they were able to connect there, but big missed opportunity on the first play, or play before that, excuse me. Missed drop on there. Now we're sitting at 4th and long.
4th and 11 as Lowe takes a snap, faking the handoff, rolls out. He's going to get in some pressure too, has to go back to the opposite field and throws and left it short, but is it holding? No! Hits the ground right at the goal line. Lowe was under pressure big time. They sent a blitz from the near side. Flushed him out to the far side. Wanted to hit Hodges. Left it too low. We have a turnover on downs.
Looked like they ran a pretty good play action there. They had me fooled. I thought Elijah came out of that with the ball, but Lowe kept it. He had two guys immediately when he turned in his face, went to the far side of the field. Again, did a great job keeping his eyes down the field. Found a receiver in the end zone, but once again left it a little bit low, and the receiver wasn't able to catch it.
1st and 10 for the Vikings from the 13-yard line. Here's a snap, give right up the gut to Sano. Runs over a man and powers forward as they'll mark him up to about the 16-yard line. Maybe even the 17. Give it a gain of 3.
3-yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 7. Ball on the 17-yard line.
It's a 2nd and 6 now. From the 17. 27-0 the score. Vikings lead with 9:48 left of the second quarter. Shotgun look, 2 out of split to each side. One man in motion forward here, almost lost his foot, and they'll give to Sano. Bounce it out here to the near side, trying to shake through a tackle. He'll be taken down. Not much to be had on this carry. As Sterner with the tackle out of there, and David showed me some statistics too. He had 80-plus tackles coming into this game.
Yeah, 89 tackles coming in, 7 for a loss, which is another great number from the middle linebacker position. Again, if they're able to, if Lakeview's defensive line is able to keep bodies off of those linebackers, they'll make plays all night for them. Minneota hasn't been very successful running between the guards, the A-gaps.
3rd and 5. Here's, flag launch before the snap. False start of the Vikings will back them up. It was going to be a 3rd and 5. Now a 3rd and 10 upcoming for the Vikings. They'll have the ball marched off. Looks like they'll mark them at the 12 for this play.
It's kind of looking like Minneota is getting a little complacent here. They're up big early in this game again. And these last few drives, they've had penalties. They're not playing that smart of football. they'll have to collect themselves and start playing sharp football again.
14-yard line.
8:55 and counting in the second quarter. Vikings a 3rd and 10. Here's the snap. Hennon rolls out to the pass to the far side. On the run. Is it complete? It's going to be short. Either way, a flag launch at the end of the play, too. Connected with Robecki.
There's a penalty on the play.
But right away, they're going to go back and check on the flag as the reception would have been short anyway. So it would have brought up a 4th down. We'll see what the penalty's called. I think the Lakers will probably decline anyway. As we'll await the call. Face mask on the Vikings. So maybe you accept this and back them up even further.
Penalties declined.
Nope, they will decline to bring up the 4th down instead.
4th down and 10.
So a 4th and 10. They must have said the pass was incomplete then too, as thought Robecki pulled it in. He did not. So now a 4th and 10 for the Vikings. They'll have to boot it away. Look like Hodges back to return for the Lakers. There's the snap. Salter ready to boot it away. Just gets that one away too. Wobbling punt will land and take a Minneota hop, but not too far. Gets to the 35-yard line. Walerius downs it. The Lakers now some primetime field position. They'll start at the Viking 35.
Excellent field position here for Lakers in Minneota territory now. They were very successful running the ball last drive. See if they get back to that. Give the ball Elijah. Get him out in open space. Off tackle, those stretch runs. Get him into space and see if they can take advantage of this great field position.
Be interesting to see what they dial up here, if they go for it all or try and chip away a little bit. We'll have to wait because the Lakers want to take a timeout, and that is a Health Source Chiropractic timeout. We'll take a break with them and come back with more in the second quarter. 8:37 left in the second. Vikings on top 27-0 over Lakeview. This is Minneota and Lakeview football on 107.5 The Fan. Just a 30 here. Is there a bumper that says like client or something there, John? Oh, no. Health Source is what I was. Yeah, hit that out of this commercial. Play that, and then hit a music bumper after that, and then we'll talk. Actually, never. Yeah, this is actually the commercial anyway, so just play a regular bumper out of this one because this is the company, this commercial that's airing, so. Back here in Cottonwood, Lakeview High School, out of a Health Source Chiropractic timeout. The Lakers continue their drive. 1st and 10 from the Viking 35. Shotgun set. 2 wide out split to the far side, 1 to the near. Man in motion, far to near. Here's the snap. Faking the give. Taking the QB keeper is low. Nothing there, though. The Vikings upend him in the backfield. Is Sterner right alongside low, but nothing doing.
And 56, Cole Van
We'll say Blake Reese comes out of the pile with the tackle.
It looked like the Lakers were running a fake jet sweep. QB lead. Elijah just didn't get out in front of the quarterback there. And Minneota's defensive line and linebackers were in the backfield in a hurry for a short loss there.
Does bring up a loss of 1, a 2nd and 11 now. From the Viking 36, they'll go shotgun again. Stern at the back alongside Lowe to the left-hand side. 2 wide to the near, 2 wides to the far. Lowe, quick hitter, near side, bubble screen. Completes to Hoffman. Shifts to 1 tackle, and then there's a gang tackle after that. Looks like Hoffman will get that 1 yard back. They went quick hitter, bubble screen, but the blocking wasn't quite there.
Bubble screens are pretty hard to run, especially when you throw it to the wide side. It's a long throw for the quarterback, and it allows the defense to get over to the receiver quicker and recognize the play and make a tackle for a short gain.
See if they want to roll with on a 3rd and long, 3rd and 10, as the reception to Hoffman gets that yard back. Lowe relays the play to the rest of the fellas. He'll bring him back to the line of scrimmage. 2 outs to each side for the Lakers. One back in the backfield out of the shotgun is Lowe, and we're going to whistle here for a timeout on the Vikings side of things. Another Health Source Chiropractic out on the field. We'll take it with them as the Vikings are on top of the Lakers 27-0, 7:07 left in the second quarter. This is Minneota and Lakeview football on 107.5 The Fan. Just a 30 here. MCC game tonight due to a power outage. Back here on the field, Lakeview with a 3rd and 10 to try and convert here in Viking territory at the 35. Shotgun set, 2 outs to each side. Here's the snap. Lowe faking the give. No, he will do a delayed handoff here, and Sterner trying to power forward. Pulls the pile with him. He'll get a few out of this. Gets to the 32. So a gain of 3 will bring up a 4th and 7.
Number 55, Sean Vicey, and 65, Josh Long.
Yeah, they faked that quick hitter pass route, came back underneath the Elijah for a delayed handoff. Looked like he had a hole there, but Minneota did a good job of collapsing that hole quick.
It'll bring up a 4th and 7 from the Viking 32, and at this point of the field, yeah, you're going to go for it on 4th down. No point in punting from here. They'll go shotgun again. 2 outs again, split each side. Sterner the back of the backfield to the left of Lowe. Here's the snap. Lowe wants to pass, looks near side, pump fake, and he's flushed into the pocket. He'll drift to the other side, launching it deep downfield, and over Thomas Henning and hauled in. It isn't a touchdown. Yes, it is.
Lowe's pass complete to Carter.
Aaron Lowe hits Carter Lawaji for a 32-yard touchdown pass, and the Lakers are on the board.
What a great play by Lowe there. He was looking at a wheel route to the near side. That receiver slipped and stumbled. Lowe recognized it, tucked the ball down, started to look like he was going to run, but again, kept his eyes downfield, put a good throw on his receiver for a great catch there, and got himself in the end zone for a touchdown. That's a big score for Lakeview.
Lakeview gets on the board, 32-yard touchdown pass, Lowe to Lawaji. Bad snap, though. It'll be picked up and nothing doing. The Vikings will rally to the football and stop the extra point try shy.
The score now, Minneota Vikings,
but fortunately for the Lakers, Lowe able to jump on top of it. And we'll head to a quick break. 27-6 the score after the Lakers get on the board. 6:11 left in the second quarter. This is Minneota and Lakeview football on 107.5 The Fan. Just a 30. I can't read the numbers for the life of me at all. Touchdown for the Lakers. Aaron Lowe hits Carter Lawaji on the far side of the field right at the goal line. A 32-yard touchdown pass gets the Lakers on the board. They trail the Vikings 27-6. 6:11 left in the second quarter on our Frank's Electric scoreboard. As Lakers will step off the yardage for the kick. Looks like Greg Wire will boot it away. Line drive, end over end kick. On a hop to the far side, pulled in by the Vikings from the 18-yard line. Staying on the far side with it, pushing up across the 30-yard line. And taken down Trying to pick out who was on the return there for the Vikings. Lashad Smith from the looks of it. And the Vikings going to set up shop from the 32-yard line.
The Lakeview defense last drive did a great job stopping Minneota. Let's see if they're able to buckle down once more, continue playing tough up front, and letting the linebackers run free.
They'll go under center, double wing look, the give right up the gut to Sano. Nobody in front of him. It's absolutely untouched. He's across the 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown. And it is a 58-yard touchdown run for Sano. Actually, no, excuse me, 68. Cole Sano takes it to the house, absolutely untouched, right up the gut.
Looked like Lakeview had some overflowing players there trying to do a little too much. Opened up a huge hole for Sano, went right up the middle, right between the garden center, A-gap for a big 68-yard touchdown.
68-yard touchdown run from Cole Sano. Here's the extra point. And the kick is drifting right, and it is inside the upright. Extra point is good. It's 33-6. Vikings on top of the Lakers in the second quarter. 5:54 left of the half on 107.5 The Fan. 68, if I would have had that correct.
Olsen and Hodges deep for the Lakers. Robecki set to kick off for the Vikings.
Of the Vikings, 5:54 left of the half. Robecki, a short, wobbling kick near side and fielded by one of the up men in the very first player to get to it. See if I can pull out the number for you on this one. First one on the ball was Chandler Randolph for the Lakers, and again, he was one of the first on the lineup here. He got it at the 46.
46-yard line, first down.
Yeah, that was smart of him to drop on that ball. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds, but then when it landed, it stopped, and that's a live ball that Minneota could have recovered there. Great play by Chandler there.
Shotgun look for the Lakers, 1st and 10 from their own 46. Here's a snap. Give to Sterner right up the gut. Shakes through one tackle. Sips his way forward. Upended by Robecki. But he's across midfield. And I think they're going to mark him at the 58-yard line. So gain of 6.
Gain on the play, 2nd down and 5. Found the Viking 49.
Sterner's running really hard for this offense. I would keep giving him the ball. He hasn't been met in the backfield too often because he hits the hole so hard that he's in the second level in a blink of an eye.
And 477 yards coming into the game. Launched to the far side for, just dropped it a little short. He wanted Hodges again, a little behind him, and
3rd down and 5.
If he'd have hauled it in, it would have been only maybe a couple yards short of the first down marker. Instead, a 3rd and 5 upcoming.
Hey, we've seen a lot of nice throws from Lowe tonight. But a few of them have been a little bit too low to his targeted receiver. It almost kind of looks like he's pressing a little bit, which is result. Excuse me.
Under center. Out of the shotgun low. One man to the right. Fake the handoff. No, he does. Give to Sterner. Pushes forward. He's got the first down. Shy of the 40. He'll get to the 39. And move the sticks for the Lakers.
Tackled by number 10, Logan Suster, and 88, A.J. Meary. And that
Gain
run
of
is
10
good
for
a
Sterner.
Laker.
Another tough, hard run by Sterner there.
10, ball on the 41.
Sterner now up over 800 yards, or excuse me, up over 500 yards rushing on the season. Shotgun look here for Lowe. Trips split to the far side. Now one to the near. Low through his cadence. There's a snap, looking over to the far side. Pump fake. Comes back near side. He wants Hoffman. Too far, though. Launched it just over.
Pass is incomplete.
And it's good design. They overload the far side with 3 wide receivers. Fakes that way. Try to come near side for Hoffman, but good coverage downfield.
Yep, trips to the far side. 1 receiver to the near side. You have one-on-one matchup on the outside. The one thing is if you try to run that streak along this near sideline, for a receiver, you want to press a little bit more to the inside. That way, the defender can't use the sideline as an extra defender, which is what happened on that route.
2nd and 10 now for Lakeview. Another shotgun set. Give to Sterner. Jump cut far side, pushing forward across the 40. Get a gain of 2 out of this, and they'll bring up a 3rd and 8.
Attacked by number 52, Mitchell Ross, and 56, Cole Van Overbeck. 1-yard gain on the play, 3rd down
Actually,
and 9.
they'll only give him 1.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
So now a 3rd and 9 upcoming for Lakeview. So we'll see what Coach Sterner and company want to dial up as they'll send Aaron Lowe back out there with the play call. We've got 4:16 and counting in the second quarter. 34-6 on the Frank Selector scoreboard. Vikings lead. Shotgun set. They'll split out 2 wideouts to each side. 1 back of the backfield. Man in motion now. Hodges near the far. There's the snap. Low rolls out to the far side. Looking downfield. Has to cut back in. He's going to take off and run himself, and he'll be upended and taken down shy of the 35. I think they'll give it the 36-yard line. So a gain of 3 will bring up a 4th and 6.
Gain on the play, 4th down and 6.
Lakeview ran a layered route combination there where they had the man in motion, ran the short route into the flats, and they had another layer over top, running a sort of route name escapes me, but and then had another layer over top there. They were all covered, and Lowe did the right thing and tucked it and ran.
Does bring up 4th and 6. Now from the Viking 37. Shotgun again, trips to the near side, 1 to the far. Snap to Lowe, quick hitter far side at the first down marker. It's hauled in, and the Lakers do have the first down as they're going to hit Billy Arrington on the far side. About a gain of 7, and a new set of downs for the Lakers.
For a Laker. First down and 10, ball on the 20.
Minneota is running their cornerbacks off the receivers a little bit, giving a little bit of cushion there. Lakeview recognized that, ran a quick hitch. Lowe put the ball perfectly on the receiver. Receiver caught it and stretched out for a first down.
1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Here's the snap. Lowe going to pass. Nothing there. Going to go right up the gut himself and keep it and lunge in between multiple Viking defenders. He'll get inside the 25 to the 26-yard line. Give it a gain of 3.
4-yard gain on the
for
play,
Lowe.
2nd down and 6.
Is marked
Ball on the 24-yard line.
at the 24. 2nd and 6 now, 2:27 and counting. Lakers extended their drive on that big 4th down conversion. So we'll see if they want to dial up here on 2nd down. Shotgun look, trips to the near side. 1 back in the backfield, Sterner. Here's the snap. Give to Sterner, going to the far side with it, trying to follow blocking, and nothing doing. Taken down in the backfield by Sean Bicey, came flying through. And I think we're going to get a loss on the play here as well.
1-yard loss on the play, 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7 now upcoming.
Looked like Sterner had another big hole there from the run through, but Sean Bicey recognized it right away and just flew into the backfield for a big tackle for loss.
Lakers continuing trying to battle here and work to the end zone yet again this quarter. 1:35 and counting, a 3rd and 7 stared into the face. Shotgun, trips to the far side, 1 to the near. 1 back at the backfield of Sterner. Lowe takes the snap, looks near side the whole way, and hauled in by Hoffman. Pulls up field, gets within the 10-yard line. Moving the sticks again. They'll take him down at the 8-yard line.
Sean Bicey. And that pass is good
Gain of
for
13
Laker.
as he hits
First down
Hoffman.
and goal, ball on the 8-yard line.
That was a great route run by Hoffman there. It was looked like it was a 10-yard hook. And right when Hoffman was getting out of his break, Lowe got the ball on him. So Hoffman was able to catch it and turn upfield to gain a few more yards.
First and goal from the 8 for the Lakers. 1:09 and counting in the second quarter. They trail 34-6, trying to crack the end zone again. Shotgun set. Here's the snap, man in motion, near to far, faking the give. Low, trying to get out of the pocket, get rid of the football. He'll be sacked, though. First one on the spot is Blake Reese, and that'll take him all the way back to the 19-yard line, a loss of 11.
Timeout on the field taken by the Lakers.
As a timeout called, the Lakers want to chat about it as they had first and goal, but a big-time sack for Blake Reese will back them up. We'll take the break with them. A health.
Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, now, we're going to do the basic step. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Cha-cha, real smooth. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Cha-cha now, y'all.
Those passes incomplete, intended for number 6, Parker Hoffman.
Wanted Hoffman, but again, I think he was jammed at the line that time too and threw off the timing.
Yep, he was jammed at the line, and the route was designed to allow Lowe to pump fake, try to draw that cornerback in, trying to catch his eyes in the backfield, but it was well defended throughout the route there.
Alex Salter, the Viking, in coverage that time. Now a third and goal from the 18 for the Lakers. Shotgun again. They'll go 2 out on the far side, 2 to the near. Stern in the back of the backfield to the left of Lowe. Hodges in motion near to far. There's the snap. Lowe rolls out to the far side. Steps, and he'll be taken down. He wanted to plant and throw, lost his footing, and couldn't throw back across the near side. As Cole Van Overbeck will get credited for the sack.
And 35, Austin Sorensen.
He had a guy open, too. He rolled to the far side, was going to come back and throw across the field. He had a guy open, but as soon as he tried to set his feet, his right foot came out from underneath him. And he did the right thing not to try to force the throw.
Yeah, lost his footing, and it's a loss of 8 on the sack. Now at the 26-yard line, another timeout taken on the field with 16 seconds left. A Health Source Chiropractic timeout on the field as we'll take a break with them. 30. The 4th and goal from the 26. Play call for the Lakers. As they're going to go shotgun, 2 out on the far side, 1 to the near. Here's the snap, direct snap to Sterner. They're going to go reverse this time. And the give thrown out to, I believe they try to hit Lowe on the pass. Lowaji is the one that threw it. He did connect with Lowe, but it will be short. They needed to get to the end zone on that. Instead, it gets to the 22-yard line, so it's a gain of 4. Carter Lowaji on the pass to Aaron Lowe. And a turnover on downs. So we'll get set to see the last play of the half here. See if the Vikings even want to run anything or just kneel it out to get to the half with the ball on their own 22-yard line. So they're actually going to go to the shotgun. Line up trips to the far side. Tight end and Susner to the near side. Here's the snap. Hennon wants to pass. Looking for Sano on the wheel route here in the near sideline and overthrown. Falls incomplete around the 47-yard line. Still leaves 5 seconds on the clock. You can see that one up here develop with Sano just bolting to the near sideline going upfield. We'll see what they want to go with now. 2nd and 10, but only 5.5 seconds left on the clock here in the second quarter. As they'll bring Hennon under center. Trips split to the far side, though. And Hennon will just take a knee and let the half run out. Our halftime score, 34-6, Minneota leading Lakeview. As we get into halftime, we'll go through our VeriVital stats. And again, no CHS Scoreboard Central tonight as it's a Thursday game. Have 3 football games on the airwaves tomorrow, so we'll have Scoreboard Central tomorrow. But we will have our Universal Forest Products cuts of the game. Get into our VeriVital stats.
When the cheerleaders are done performing, if you need a place to warm up, check out the Lakeview Booster Club tent. They got a heater in their tent.
6, 7, 8.
Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari with me. Early in the morning we'll be starting out. Some honeys will be coming along. We're loading up our woody with their boards in the side and heading out singing our song. Come on, baby, wait and see. Yes, I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Along some baby, wait and see. I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari. Huntington and Malibu, they're shooting the deer. And Rincon, they're walking the low. We're going on safari to the island this year, so if you come and get ready to go. Come on, baby, wait and see. Yes, I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Come on, baby, wait and see. Yeah, I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari with me. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, your Little Laker cheerleaders. For more halftime entertainment, please welcome the Lakeview cheerleaders.
Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it. Give it to me, I'm see me in the sky. Ooh, we're real town. Show me what you got, 'cause I don't wanna waste my time. See me in the sky. Ooh, we're real town. Show me what you got. I'ma make it worth my life. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it. Give it to me, I'm worth it.
So let's meet your cheerleaders. Senior and captain Chloe Torkey. Freshman captain Bailey Keene. Sophomore Sandra Galash. Freshman Faith Torkey. Freshman Lexi Hartle. Freshman Maddie Smith. 8th grader Lauren Schold. 8th grader Julia Sterner. 8th grader Chloe Luwaji. 8th grader Erica Kruchek. 8th grader Claire Daniels. 8th grader JC Selbo. And 7th grader Shanda Jones.
What you sipping on? I got you talking crazy, looking at me sideways, always coming at me. Why you acting hard when you just a baby? Boy, I keep it real.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Lakeview cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the 50-50 raffle. Looking for a red ticket, 866-410. A red ticket, 866-410. You're a winner of $83 tonight. You can claim your prize up at the press box.
Viking offense, but you know there was also points where this defense ratcheted down a couple times. They caused a turnover of their own, and were able to make a turnover and downs happen too. So really, I mean, just for the Lakers, you got to stop hurting yourself. That's really what we saw in the first half.
Right, exactly. Especially when you're in your own territory, that's where some of their turnovers have happened. And as soon as you give the ball back to Minneota, and they're starting in plus territory, it's pretty hard to stop them. They have a a wide set of plays that they can run in those situations to make sure that they score. But for Lakeview, you're right. Defensively, they did start to play a lot more physical up front. They did have a little bit of a lapse on that 68-yard touchdown where it kind of looked like there was some overflowing from some of the defenders trying to do a little bit too much. But they have started to play a lot more physical defensively, and they did put together some stops. So if they can come back, make any adjustments that they need, and continue to play physical on defense, stop Minneota, get the ball back a few times without Minneota scoring, they could have a chance to, start chipping away at this big lead.
It'll be a tall task against this squad, but I mean, there's some positives you can take away from that Laker team from this first half too. And as you mentioned, the biggest one was starting out early in the game, a botched snap during a punt attempt gave them the ball on the 7-yard line. Cole Sano took it from there, and it's been another nice night for Cole Sano. He's got 3 touchdowns. He had 4 last week against Springfield. He's up to 17 touchdowns on the season. That's something Lakeview's going to have to try and slow down, as the Vikings are actually going to get the ball to start the half here as well. And they'll be moving left to right on your radio dial to get this half underway. As Lakers about set to kick it away.
Brendan Aguirre is set to kick off for the Lakers.
As back to receive. Looks like Thomas Henn on the far side. LaShawn Smith near side. Excuse me, it's Sano far side. LaShawn Smith near side. As we await the kick. There's the signal. Run up and boot it away. End over end kick. Smith will field from the 19. Bobbles it. Holds on though. Brings it up here to the near side. Try to bounce it to the sideline. Cuts back in now. Throws a stiff arm on. Shakes loose again. Stifles through another tackle. And he'll be stopped short of midfield. Looks like the Vikings will start at the 47-yard line. So a nice return from LaShawn Smith.
Number 69, Brendan Aguirre.
So the Vikings, some good field position here to start this drive.
47-yard line, first down and 10.
But if you're a Laker fan, unfortunately, this is one of the first times the Vikings have had to start in their own territory. Outside of some turnover on downs, they'll give it a shotgun look. Double wing set. Reese in motion near the far. Give goes to Blake. To the far side. Try to follow Sano's block. Gets it. Cuts back in. Nice jump cut move across midfield, and he's down at the 45-yard line.
22, Blake Reese. Tackled by number 10.
As they'll move into Laker territory. It looks like to be a gain of 8.
On the play, second down and 2. Found the Laker 45.
Out of shotgun there, putting Reese into motion. One play that they love to run is putting Reese into motion, giving him the ball in the jet sweep, allowing Sano to lead him.
And this give going to Robecki. Near side is Landon trying to follow blocking. Jump cut, hurdles a man, stays on his feet, shakes through another tackle, pushes forward. He'll be shy of the 30. Get down to about the 32-yard line. And a gain of 13 for Landon Robecki.
Minneota ran the exact same play, but to Robecki instead, coming far to near here. Put him in motion, gave it to him again on the jet sweep. He got out on the edge. Great blocking up front, keeping all the defenders inside, and for another big gain.
So Robecki moves the sticks. Now at the Laker 32, fresh to the downs. It's a snap. Hennon looking for a slant over the middle. Had to go back and get it with Salter. Turns to the outside, throws a stiff arm on, and he's inside the red zone as he's taken down at the 18-yard line. A big connection. Alex Salter reels one in. 14-yard connection as Salter does get to the 18-yard line. Vikings moving the football here as the drive started back at their own 47. Now at the Laker 18, they're going to go shotgun. Trips to the near side, one back in the backfield. Sano. Hannon rolls out to the near side, looking to pass. On the run, hauled in by Salter at the 10-yard line, try to cut back in, and he'll be knocked out of bounds. Shy of the 5, looks like they'll give him the 7-yard line. Gain of 11 to Salter. Oh, actually, it should be gain of 9 for Salter. So second and 1 on the way.
One thing for the Lakers defense is you don't want Thomas Hennon getting comfortable back there throwing the ball. He's, again, every game he's getting better and better and more comfortable back there. these last 2 throws have looked very good. He's putting the ball right on the receiver as soon as they get out of their breaks.
2nd and 1 from the 8. Hennon takes the snap, throws over the middle, and almost intercepted. Actually looked like almost undercut, but he wanted to hit Salzer right at the goal line, and good defense by, looked like Sterner drifting back into coverage.
Right there, Thomas had his eyes on the receiver he was going to throw to the entire time. He didn't notice the middle linebacker there just playing zone. It was, like you said, it was almost undercut. Could have been a big takeaway for Lakers defense there.
We'll see what happens on this offensive play. 3rd and 1, ball on the Laker 8, under center. Goes Hennon, man in motion, near to far. Here's the snap. Hennon wants to pass. Let's go to the far. Floats it over top and right at the goal line, hauled in. Tanner Sturzinger gets the touchdown as he walks across the end zone. 8-yard touchdown pass from Hennon to Sturzinger. So we'll get set for the extra point try here shortly, but a good drive for the Viking offense there too. Started back at their own 47. As Baraldo will step off his yardage. And again, Sturzinger just coming back from injury. Good to see him out on the field for the Vikings. And the extra point will be missed this time by Sebastiano Baraldo. It leaves it 40-6 in favor of the Vikings on the Franks Electric scoreboard. This is Minneota and Lakeview football on 107.5 The Fan. Just a 30. I missed the kick. Back in Lakeview High School, another touchdown for the Vikings is an 8-yard strike from Thomas Hennon to Tanner Sturzinger. Makes it 40-6 on the Franks Electric scoreboard. 10:30 left in the 3rd quarter as Robecki throws up the signal to kick it off. Nice end-over-end kick. Fielded by one of the up men this time at about the 24-yard line. Coming back over to the near side and shaking through one tackle. And Robecki, the kicker, will handle him at the 45-yard line. And the up man on the return was Colby Martik. As he just about, if he gets by Robecki, that might have been going.
Oh yeah, he broke a few tackles at the beginning of that return. Did look like he escaped there, but Robecki came up, wrapped him up, and slammed him down to the ground.
Which is a perk to having your kicker also play linebacker, so he's used to making those tackles. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the Laker 45. Lakeview out of the shotgun, 2 out on the far side. Handoff goes Sturzinger, cuts it back up. Nice take here as he'll get across midfield and be upended by A.J. Mearies across midfield to the 48-yard line, though. About a gain of 7.
6-yard gain on the play, 2nd down.
Sterner there again running very hard through the hole.
49.
If he gets any crease from his offensive line, he's able to hit it and gain positive yards.
Sterner, as we mentioned, he's up over 500 yards on the season now with this game. Shotgun look for the Lakers. Trip to the near side, 2 to the far. Low over the middle, hauled in. Is it? It is complete. As Hodges pulls it in across the 45. It is a 1st down, and it gets to the 43-yard line. And moving the sticks for the Lakers.
Another good route run there. Another good throw by Lowe. He put it right on him again. It was a slant route. Right as soon as he broke into that slant, got the ball on him, was able to catch it for a good positive gain.
Shotgun look, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Sterner. He's dumped in the backfield, though. Knifing through, Cole Sano out of the linebacker spot. Drops Sterner for a loss of 1.
One thing for Lakeview is as they continue to run those stretch plays to Sterner, trying to get him out by the tackle, the backside needs to really lock down and hang on to their guys.
2nd and 12 out of the shotgun. Lakers go to the far side. Hauled in on not even a bubble screen, just a nice route to the far sideline and across the 40-yard line.
Complete to Parker Hoffman.
As we'll see, the official mark looks like even gives him to the 39. So a gain of 6 to Parker Hoffman.
Yeah, nice 7-yard hook there by Hoffman. Lowe put it right on him. Easy pitch and catch there for a gain of 6.
So ball spotted at the Viking 39-yard line. A 3rd and 6 on the way for the Lakers. And they'll bring it out in the shotgun. 2 wide to the near side. 1 to the far. Sterner in the back of the backfield. Lowe goes through his cadence. Here's the snap. Gives to Sterner, going to the right guard area and dumped, trying to catch the edge. Gets to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the carry.
Right there again, Lakeview running a stretch run with Sterner. Again, a backside Minneota defender was able to track that play down and make the tackle for a short gain or no gain. So Lakeview offensive line, they were doing a good job on the stretch play before in the first half. That backside really needs to hamper down and play physical and hold their blocks.
4th and 6 on the way. Here's the snap to Lowe, rolls out to the near side. It's the cut upfield. Lost his footing, and he'll be downed at the 41-yard line. It's a loss of 2. And again, field conditions kind of coming into effect. So much rain this week affecting the football field. And Lowe, hopefully he's okay. He's limping off the field. That's going to be replaced. It'll be a turnover on downs. We'll see what the Vikings do here with the ball on their own 41. They'll start another drive as they'll bring it to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun set for Thomas Hennon. Trips split to the far side. Tight end Susner to the near. Sand on the back of the backfield. Here's the snap. Hennon wants to pass. Fake to the flats. Now he's looking downfield. He wants it all. Lofting it through the air in double coverage, though. And hauled in by Salzer. It beat the coverage all the way down to the 24-yard line. I thought it was going to be at least knocked away. Instead, it's a first down for the Vikings deep in Laker territory.
Yeah, Thomas had all the time in the world and in the pocket, kept stepping up, and just threw it up into the middle of the field where Salzer was going to be. There are 3 Lakeview defenders around that ball. You thought at least at a minimum it was going to get knocked down, and somehow Salzer comes out of it with a catch.
37-yard strike to Salzer. Quick hit at far side again to Salzer. Hauls it in. He's pushed out of bounds. As it'll be short of the first down, but still looks to be a gain of about 7. Hitting Salzer again.
7-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 3.
The ball now spotted at the 16-yard line in Laker territory. 2nd and 3 on the way. 6:49 and counting in the third quarter. 40-6 our score. Vikings on top and moving deep into Laker territory. Shotgun set again. Sturzinger in motion, near to far. Here's the snap. Fake the handoff to Sano. Hennon wants to pass. Looking out here to the near flats, and it is caught. And Robecki is taken down and bumped out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. So a gain of 6 for Robecki and a first down.
That pass is good for a Vikings first down.
Looks like Minneota is trying to get Thomas Hennon a little bit more experience back there, throwing the ball, recognizing the routes and recognizing defenses, because as they go through the season here and they get into the playoffs later on, passing the ball is going to be a huge key for Minneota.
Here's a snap to Hennon, give to Sano. Goes right at the gut and bounces up the right guard, and nobody touches him. Gets across the goal line and in. A 10-yard touchdown run for Cole Sano, his 4th of the day.
And to start this second half, Minneota came out throwing the ball almost every play, and they come back. That was their 3rd run of this half. Got Lakeview looking and staring at Thomas Hennon, trying to stop him from rolling out, running the ball himself, and throwing downfield. And they lacked concentration on Sano, and he walked into the end zone.
Baraldo's extra point try is left short. I don't think that was, I think he just got under that one. Extra point no good. 46-6 after the Sano 10-yard touchdown run on the Franks Electric scoreboard. 6:39 left in the third quarter. This is Minneota and Lakeview football on 107.5 The Fan. Whew.
I didn't mean to say that. Lacked concentration.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh, boy. I meant
boy.
to say laws, or, yeah,
Just a 30 here.
wasn't focused on them. I suppose that's what numb fingers and
I hear you.
runny nose.
Another touchdown for the Vikings as a 10-yard touchdown run by Cole Sano, his 4th of the day, and also 18th rushing touchdown of the season. As they'll boot it away here. So Cade Lazinski going to boot it away for the Vikings. And back to return, Riley Olson. There's this kick and fielded again by an up man here at the 29-yard line and run through across the 35. As looks like it'll be Billy Arrington on the return.
Play number 62, Justin Johnson.
They'll start from their own 41, or excuse me, 36.
Good sign seeing Lowe get back into the huddle. We saw him limp off after that last drive. Looked like he just was suffering from a little cramping in the leg. Hopefully it doesn't affect him the rest of the game.
As Lowe will take his spot out of the shotgun here. Lakers starting at their own 36. 2 wides on the far side, 1 to the near. Here's the snap. Fake to Sterner, ooh, and dropped in the backfield. Faking the give. Lowe will be dropped. I think Suster came out of the pile on that one. Logan blew through the line of scrimmage and dropped Lowe for a loss.
Ball on the 33.
So give it a loss of 3. And just kind of trying to run that read option and fake the give, kept it himself, but Suster was right there once the play action was done. As they'll come back to the line of scrimmage, a 2nd and 13 now from their own 33. Shotgun set, they'll split trips out to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 back in the backfield. Here's a snap, Lowe wants to roll out to the far side, and a quick hitter is hauled in by Lawaji, cuts upfield to the far sideline and ushered out of bounds. Looks like it'll be shy of the 40. Give him the 39-yard line, a gain of 6. They credit A.J. Meary on the tackle.
6-yard gain on the play, brings up 3rd down and 7.
So a 3rd and 7 on the way. After that quick hitter for 6 yards to Lawaji. Ball spotted back at the 39-yard line. Is the ball marked to the far hash. Shotgun again, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far. Lowe through his cadence, moves a man in motion far to near. The snap, faking the give. Lowe wants pass, has to step up under the pressure. He'll be sacked instead. Back at the 34-yard line. Suster coming out of the pile. Looked like he was the first one on the spot. They'll also credit Sean Bicey in there too.
5-yard loss on the play, 4th down and 11.
And Minneota's defensive front they've stepped up as they've gone through this game. They're getting through the line so quick that Lakeview is unable to do any of their fakes, any of their play actions.
And it brings up that 4th and 11. 5 minutes and counting in the third quarter. The punt is away. End over end. It'll bounce in front of Thomas Hennon, skip across the 40. Thomas will field to the 38-yard line and just walks out of bounds on the far side, shy of the 45. Vikings will start their drive at the 44-yard line. So we'll see what the Vikings want to do here offensively now as they lead 46-6 on the Franks Electric scoreboard. 5 minutes left of our third quarter. As we'll see Sano step off, Sorensen checking in. As they mix in a few reserves. LaShawn Smith will take his spot at the tailback. Henning goes under center, double wing, man in motion forward to near Sorensen. And a whistle thrown. I think we'll get a false start here. As they haven't done a full switch. You still see a lot of the starters in there too, but they'll have Sano take a break LaShawn Smith will play running back.
39-yard line.
But after the false start, now back at the 39-yard line. As they'll come back to the line of scrimmage. Now with a 1st and 15. Hannon goes back under center, double wing look, one wide up to the far side. LaShawn Smith, the back of the backfield. The snap, give to LaShawn. Nope, they'll fake to LaShawn, come back over to the near side with Reese. Reese shaking one, tackles across midfield and still pulling the pile forward. Take it down at the 45-yard line. A nice carry for Blake Reese.
Minneota ran the jet sweep that they've been running with Reese, but there was a power sweep. They pulled 2 opposite linemen to lead the way for Reese for a big gain of 15 yards.
So Reese, another great carry, 45-yard line in Laker territory, shotgun set. Double wings. Here's a snap. Give to Rebecki. Going to the far side. Trying to follow LaShawn Smith. Cuts back up. Shaking through one. Tackles across the 35 and pulled down at the 30-yard line. They'll even give him the 29-yard line. Gain of 16 for Landa Rebecki.
They've done that a couple times tonight where they'll run that jet sweep with Reese one way, then they'll come back and run the same, basically the same exact play, just flipped to Rebecki. 15 yards on the first one, 17 yards on that one.
Under center again, Hennon, Sorensen in motion forward to near. Snap, the give goes to Smith. Trying to follow Sorensen on the near side. Shaking through one tackle, nice through the defense, stays on his feet, take it down. Shy of the 10, he'll get to the 11-yard line. And with that, they're in the Representative Chris Swedzinski red zone.
First down and 10, ball on the 11-yard line.
So LaShawn Smith with a big-time carry. About a gain of 19 for LaShawn as the ball spotted at the 11-yard line. So, 1st and 10 from the 11. Under center is Hennon, double wing set. Sorensen in motion, far to near. The snap fake, the gift to Smith. Hennon rolls out to the far side, looking for Morse, trying to direct him open, and he'll be taken out for a sack on the far side, losing a couple. Thomas trying to wait for things to develop over on the far side, as they'll credit Sterner with the sack for the Lakers. He's that all-everything linebacker for this Lakeview squad.
Oh yeah, as Thomas Hennon was rolling out to the far side, all the receivers were covered like blankets. Lakeview played very well defensively there. Elijah screamed right through the line and went and tackled Thomas for a loss.
Loss of 3. Now the give to LaShawn Smith. Bounce to the far side, trying to catch the edge. Cuts back in. He'll be dumped just shy of the goal line. Looks like they'll spot him about the 3-yard line. And a gain of 11 for LaShawn Smith.
Smith is another hard running back. He's a little bit smaller than Sano, but he runs hard. He breaks tackles. He's a really good runner. He recognizes the holes and gets right through them and has gained a lot of yards on this drive.
3rd and 2 from the 3. Man in motion far to near. The give, the fake, the give. They'll give to LaShawn Smith instead, and he'll push towards the goal line. He's shy. Maybe a yard for LaShawn on this one.
Number 69, Brandon Aguirre.
Nope, they'll give him the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play, 4th down and 2.
So 4th and 2 from the 3 upcoming for the Vikings is kind of a congested fake give and then throwing it to LaShawn there, but we'll see what they want to roll with on the 4th down play. Hennon going to go under center, double wing set, one wide to the far side. LaShawn Smith back in the backfield. Man in motion forward and near is Sorensen. Here's the snap. Fake the give. Hennon wants to pass. Rolling to the near side. Goes to the back of the end zone for Suster. Intercepted by the Lakers. A one-handed grab. It was Carter Lawaji stepping in front of Suster, and he pulled that in left-handed for a big-time Laker turnover.
What a big play on 4th and short there. Minneota knocking on the door again, getting ready to score, run a pass play, and Lakeview read it perfectly, defended it perfectly, came up with a big takeaway there. Now let's see how they come out offensively to take advantage of that.
Fresh set of downs for the Lakers now as they turn the Vikings away with their second turnover. Under center's low. Here's the snap. Give going to Sterner over the near side. Working through the blocking. Pushes forward. A nice carry for Sterner as he gets across the 25. Maybe just shy of the 26. About a gain of 5 for Sterner. So they continue to utilize Elijah Sterner. He was their prime ball carrier coming into this one. 477 yards of the ground before this game. Still go under center. 2 wide out to the near side, 1 back in the backfield to give to Sterner. Trying to go through the pile here. He'll push his way forward for a short gain. As Blake Reese makes the tackle. Looks like they'll give him the 28-yard line, a gain of 3.
3-yard gain on the play, 3rd down.
It's one thing I'm not sure we've seen too much of tonight. On that play, they again tried to stretch Sterner out, but they pulled a backside guard to lead him through the hole, which if blocked correctly, that could lead to a huge gain for Sterner.
41 seconds left of the 3rd quarter. Here's a snap out of the shotgun. Give right up the gut. Not a whole lot there, but kind of push the pile forward to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard gain for Sterner. I think they'll give him the 29-yard line.
Back by number 52, Mitchell Ross.
So we'll see if they want to run another play left in the 3rd here. Just 25 seconds and counting.
On the play, 4th down and 1, ball on the 29.
It will bring up a 4th down. I don't think they will run a play before the quarter break. As Lowe looks at the sideline for a play call. And no, they won't. They'll let it go into the 4th quarter on the Frank's Electric scoreboard. 46-6 in favor of Minneota on our Frank's Electric scoreboard. As we get ready for 4th quarter action, this is Minneota and Lakeview football on 107.5 The Fan. Let's do 1 minute. As we roll into the 4th quarter, take a look at the Frank's Electric scoreboard. It shows 46-6 in favor of Minneota. As a 4th down upcoming for Lakeview as they'll switch sides of the field. As going under center is Lowe. Here's the snap, turn around, give right up the gut, and nothing doing, stacked up, and I don't think they're going to quite get to that marker. Was a 4th and 1. I think they got to the line of scrimmage. As Sterner on the carry. And it looks to be short.
I think that was Big Reed Bott.
Oh, there you go.
Put him in the backfield again at fullback, trying to use the big-bodied player there to gain that hard-nosed yard, but Minneota shut the door on that.
Ball just shy of the 29.
So Minneota does cause a turnover on downs. So nothing doing of the Lawaji interception as the Vikings take back over in Laker territory. As Thomas Hennon still in at quarterback, getting him some work out there. Shotgun set, man in motion far to near. Give goes to LaShawn Smith, jump cut back to the far side and almost lost his footing, but he'll get up to the 25, just shy of the 24-yard line. About a gain of 4 for LaShawn Smith.
Another nice hard run by Lashad there. He recognized where the hole was. It was a pretty big hole for him to run through. Put on a couple juke moves, broke a tackle too, for a nice gain of 5 yards.
Well, they're actually calling gave the false start signal and backs them up to the 35-yard line.
First down and 15, ball on the 35.
So that'll negate the carry from LaShawn Smith. It makes it 1st and 15 from the Laker 35. As Vikings come back up to the line of scrimmage, under center goes Thomas, and in a double wing look. One back in the backfield. Here's the snap, faking the pitch. They're going to give it to Sorensen instead. Coming over here to the near side. And actually it's Blake Reese. He's going to get up to the 30-yard line. So Blake with a gain of 5, playing the wingback spot on the far side.
5-yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 30-yard
So it brings up 2nd and 10. They'll get those 5 yards back after the false start call. And the clock continues to tick here in the 4th quarter, just under 11 minutes. 46-6 the score. Vikings on top, and they are in Laker territory. Shotgun set, 2 split wideouts to each side. Quick hitter bubble screen, far side, going to be pulled in by Walerius. Pushing upfield, far hash. He'll be taken down after about a gain of 5. Just a quick hitter to Tate Walerius on the far side. Brings up a 3rd and 5.
Tackled by number 12, Kobe Marchek, and 26, Elijah Sterner. 5-yard gain.
They say Marchek and Sterner on the tackle.
Ball on the 25.
So we'll see what the Vikings want to go with offensively here. Looking at that 3rd and 5 from the Laker 25. Shotgun again, 2 outs to each side. One back in the backfield is Smith. Here's the snap. Hennon rolls out to the near side. Looking downfield and left it short.
Hennon's pass is incomplete.
Quick hop that time. I think he wanted to go to Morse on that one. It was to Grady Morse and left it short. It'll bring up 4th down.
Grady Morse brings up 4th down and
Another
5.
good defensive stance here by Lakeview, getting Minneota to 4th and distance again. It's another situation where Minneota is not going to punt. They'll run a play here. So Lakeview would need to buckle down and make sure they get a good stop here.
See if the Lakers can get that 4th down stop. Shotgun set, 2 outs each side. Hand into pass, just a screen to the far side. LaShawn Smith, he has the 1st down. Cuts out to the far side, shaking through another tackle, working for the end zone. He'll be just shy. Let's see where the mark is. It's inside the 5-yard line. And I think they'll give him the 4-yard line.
That pass is good for a Vikings 1st down. The 1st down and goal, ball on the 3-yard line.
So LaShawn Smith, just a quick screen. They invited the blitz in, hit LaShawn on the far side. A gain of 19.
The screen is a play you often see 3rd and 4th down where it's 5 yards or less to gain. Executed perfectly there.
Under center, Hennon fakes the handoff, throws out near side looking for Walerius, and almost intercepted. Tate had to backpedal for that one. It was left a little short. Just about intercepted. Aaron Lowe in coverage. He's mad about it. He knew he should have had a pick there.
Still on the 3-yard line.
Yeah, big missed opportunity there for Lakeview. Thomas looked like he just threw it up, didn't wait at all. You see those, in the upper levels where they try to get that quick fade, but it didn't even kind of look like Thomas rushed that a little bit.
He didn't plant like you'd mentioned throughout the broadcast too. Under center, Hennon pitches to Smith, trying to catch the edge. He'll cut back in instead and shake through one tackle. Ushered towards the goal line, and he is in. 3-yard touchdown run for LaShawn Smith. He didn't do it all alone. He was actually helped in by Layden Lazinski as well. You can see him give him the old push at the end, and LaShawn's in for 6.
Another hard run by Smith there. He's been running the ball very hard in this second half, taking over Fasano. You like to see that as coaches. Coach Johnston talks about it a lot. He likes to get his younger guys, the second-string guys in there to get experience.
Rebecki's extra point try is no good after LaShawn Smith gets his 4th touchdown of the season. Makes our score 52-6 in favor of the Vikings on the Frank Selection scoreboard. 7:20 counting left in the fourth quarter. It's Minneota and Lakeview football on 107.5 The Fan. Just a 30 here.
Olsen and Hodges deep for the Lakers. Set to kick off for the Vikings, number 12, Cade Lazinski. Reed Bott on the return for the Lakers. Tackled by number 40. Number 60, Lane Lazinski. The Lakers will start their possession on their own 41-yard line, first down and 10. Lowe's pass complete to Billy Arrington. Tackled by number 65, Josh Lallman. 6-yard gain on the play, second down and 4. Ball on the 47. And up to 26, Elijah Sterner, tackled by number 88, A.J. Meary. And that run is good for a Laker. First down and 10, ball on the Viking 48. Lowe's pass is incomplete, intended for number 10, Carter Luwaji. Play broken up by number 24, Lashad Smith. Brings up second down and 10. Penalty on the play. Offsides penalty on the Vikings. 5-yard penalty, repeat, second down and 5. Ball on the 43. Ladies and gentlemen, there's still hot chocolate in the concession stand. You can get some and warm up before you leave. Lowe's pass, ball's incomplete, intended for number 6, Parker Hoffman.
But Lowe paid for that pass, and that's the only reason it was off the mark, and that could have been 6, but he had to throw it just a split second too early.
Third down and 5.
That's exactly right. He had a guy, as soon as he planted and cocked his arm back to throw that ball deep, he got hit, resulted in a short pass, but he where the ball landed is exactly where he wants to throw that ball. A little bit more inside with the cornerback for Minneota playing outside leverage.
3rd and 5. Here's the snap, faking the handoff, and Lowe's going to be sacked. Can't get away. Again, they go play action and could not get rid of it. Instead, Lowe wanted to keep it himself. And you credit the sack to Justin Johnson for the Vikings.
Yeah, Minneota's defensive line and linebackers are just getting in there so fast. You almost have to think for Lakeview's offense, try to get away from those slow developing plays, those play actions, all those fake handoffs.
They'll go shotgun with a 4th and 8 now. Shotgun look, Lowe looking to pass far side and hauled in for the first down. It's Arrington again. As it looks like it's inside the 35, up to the 34-yard line.
24, LaShawn Smith. And that pass is good for a
It's
Laker.
8 and 9 to Arrington, and it moves the sticks.
First down and 10. Ball on the 33.
Nice out route there by Arrington. Perfectly thrown ball to the sideline there by Lowe. Led him perfectly. Arrington used his height too. Caught the ball, turned upfield, gained 10 yards there.
Arrington listed at 6'7" for this Laker squad. Shotgun set, 2 out of the near, 1 to the far. Snap, and Lowe wants to throw back to the near side. Ooh, left it a little underthrown. Salter might even got a piece of it. Wanted to go to Hoffman near side, but just off the mark.
Alex Seltzer.
I don't know if Hoffman was running a quick hook there or if he was supposed to be running an out. Looked like there was a little bit of miscommunication there between quarterback and receiver.
Just a few things you see within the offense that are just a touch off. They got some weapons, though, to the Lakers. They'll go shotgun, 2 out of 3 to the near side, 1 to the far. Stern at the back of the backfield to the left of Lowe. There's the snap and the give to Sterner, going right off the gut. Getting through the first surge. He's got some room now. He's up to the 15-yard line, dumped inside the 10. Big carry for Elijah Sterner.
Tackled by number 5, Alex Seltzer.
Gets to the 7-yard line.
Grady Morse.
As they'll actually check on Sterner. He's slow to get up. You hope Elijah's okay. Putting together a pretty good ball game for the Lakers. They're going to check on Elijah. We'll take a break and come back as they'll check on Mr. Sterner. 1:37 left of the 4th quarter. It's Viking and Laker football on 107.5 The Fan. Coach John Sterner is helping him off there too as Elijah, 27-yard rush.
First down and goal for the Lakers.
To get them in the
7-yard line.
Representative Chris Wadzinski red zone. Hopefully Elijah's okay. He's been a great ball carry here for the Lakers within the ball game.
Not only carrying the ball, but defensively. You know, we talked about it at the beginning. He came into this game with 89 tackles. He's been flying all over the field defensively too. That's a huge loss for Lakeview. Let's hope he's okay.
Definitely a player they do not want to lose. Here's a snap. Lowe looking to pass, has to plant and take it upfield himself at the 5-yard line and pushes forward. He'll be stopped shy of the goal line.
Quarterback keeper.
Looks like they'll give him maybe the 3, a gain of 4 for Lowe.
Josh Lallemand. 5-yard gain on the play, 2nd down and goal.
So we'll see
Ball on the 2-yard line.
what the Lakers want to dial up. 58 seconds left. You know they want to punch one in here to end on a positive note. Shotgun set. Hodges the back of the backfield. 2 wets to the far side, 1 to the near. The snap. Low. Give to Hodges, and he'll knife through, but he'll be stopped shy.
Lucas Hodges
Gets
on the
to about the
carry.
2, a gain of 1 for Hodges.
Tackled by number 50, Ryan Valamek. No gain on the play.
And
Third down and goal. Timeout.
we'll get a timeout
taken
on the
by
Lakers side. 31 seconds left. They want to talk about it with a 3rd and goal upcoming. We'll take it with them. A Hellsource Chiropractic Town on the field. This is Minneota and Lakeview football on 107.5 The Fan. We'll just do a 30. Timeout with. So they're going to send everybody back to line of scrimmage. Lowe will go out of the shotgun. Hodges the back of the backfield. And two out of split to the far side, and a flag launched before we get going, and they're going to call the defense offside from the looks of it. It is offside of the defense, and that's going to move them up half the distance to the goal, so move it up to the 1 yard line. 3rd and goal from the 1. Under center, here's Lowe. Here's a snap. Give to Hodges, bounce to the far side. He'll walk across the goal line and into the end zone as Lucas Hodges finds pay dirt for the Lakers.
Good looking power runs there by Lakeview after losing Sterner, one of their big playmakers on offense and again defense. Lakeview didn't really miss a beat there with putting Hodges back there, pounded the ball a couple times and got into the end zone.
As they will run Reed Bond back out there to get on the line for the extra point try. Hoffman to hold. And we wait the snap for the extra point. There's a snap to hold it down, and the kick is left short. And no good. That'll leave our score 52-12. 21 seconds left of the football game as we'll get the final kick and wrap things up here from Cottonwood shortly. But a score for the Lakers, 52-12. Vikings leading on the Frank Selector scoreboard on 107.5 The Fan. Just a 30. Back at Lakeview High School after the 1-yard touchdown plunge from Lucas Hodges. Makes it 52-12 in favor of the Vikings. 21 seconds left on our Frank Selector scoreboard. As LaShawn Smith back to return, as is Cole Sano. And we'll await the kick from Lakeview.
As if Sano set to kick off for the Lakers.
The Lakers take some of that final score momentum into next week to help cap off the regular season. As we are almost headed to week 8, finishing up week 7 right in front of us. Regular season flying on by for high school football.
Sano and Smith deep for
There's
the
the signal, and here comes the kick. Line drive kick, fielded on a hop by Cole Sano, and he'll be at a knee right from the get-go.
Sano on the return for the Vikings.
The Vikings will have it at the 21-yard line.
Takes a knee down at the 21-yard line. The Vikings will take over first down and 10.
And you expect just a knee here from Minneota to send this baby to a final. Vikings will improve to 7-0 on the season. The Lakers will fall to 1-6. As both squads get ready for their final regular season matchup. As Minneota will take on Lakaporo Valley at home to wrap up the season. And the Lakers will come right back here to Cottonwood and take on Sleepy Eye Public to finish their season.
Lazinski
there's
with the
an E.
quarterback kneel.
And that'll wrap things up. Lazinski took the snap, takes an E, and that'll wrap things up here from Cottonwood. A final on the Frank Selector scoreboard, 52-12. Minneota defeats Lakeview. We'll head into the post-game show. We'll get into our UFP cuts of the game, have our Avera Vital Stats, and look to
that's
chat
the
with
final
both
score.
head
The Minneota
coaches
Vikings 52,
as we roll
the
into
Lakers
the post-game
12.
and wrap
Thank
up
you for attending
Week
tonight's
7 here on a
game.
Thursday.
Grab
Again,
on the way out
52-12
from
the
the
final.
trash cans.
Vikings
And
beat the
don't forget,
Lakers
drive home
here on 107.5 The
safely.
Fan. Let it roll for a bit, but you can, we'll need another highlight reel for UFP cuts. Oh, okay. Well, let's, we're going to chat with both coaches. Why don't we do 3 minutes, and then you can come on back with those cuts of the game. Dang it. Sounds good. And those are your Universal Forest Products cuts of the game, as UFP is a wood product manufacturing company specializing in roof and floor trusses, pre-cut lumber, pallets, and crating, and all your industrial packaging needs. Visit UFPI.com/Minneota to learn more as we move into the post-game show and take one final look at that Frank's Electric scoreboard. 52-12 the final as the Vikings are victorious over the Lakers here this evening on a Thursday rendition of Friday Night Lights. And, we again mentioned Frank's Electric scoreboard. They can help you with geothermal heat pump systems and radiant heat floor systems. Give them a call at 507-872-5007. Frank's Electric, proud sponsor of Minneota Viking Athletics as well. And also coming up in the post-game show, we'll get into a Vera Vital Stats here in a little while. And we're looking to chat with both head coaches from each side. And, of course, the coaches interview is sponsored on the Lakeview side of things. And that's going to be brought to you by North Star and Norwegian Mutual, proud sponsor of Lakeview Laker Athletics as well. So we'll take a break. We'll come back again. We have stats to work through and hope to catch up with both head coaches before we wrap up our post-game show. As a final again, 52-12 the score on the Frank's Electric scoreboard. Vikings over the Lakers on 107.5 The Fan. Continue through the post-game show, a final 52-12 on the Frank's Electric scoreboard. And we welcome in head coach of the Minneota Vikings, Chad Johnston. And, coach, another fine-tuned victory here this evening, taking down Lakeview. And just really got off on the right foot. You had the 3-and-out. You got to stop there against Lakeview right away. And when they tried to punt, launched too high, went over the punter. And you can't ask for a better start than to take over the ball at the 3-yard line. And it really worked towards the end zone.
You know, we kind of joked a little bit from a standpoint of, in the last 2 years, most of the time we've taken the ball and we start out offense and we got that set up where we didn't. Well, we get, like you said, we get the 3 out and then we turn around and get the ball on the short side of the field. And I said that's almost like getting the ball right away. So yeah, it was a good start for us. Got a little bit of a little help by the snap and everything else and getting good field position, but kids capitalized on that and we came back out, got another defensive stop and were able to punch another one right back in. So momentum definitely was our favor right away in that football game tonight.
Yeah, right from the onset after that botched snap. But really, turnovers was the focal point of the ball game here tonight, too. Had an interception, had a fumble, and really, when you got the turnovers, were able to cash them into points. And to me, that's such a pivotal role in taking football games. When you can cause the turnovers and turn them into points, and you had just that. You even had a pick six within the ball game, too. So really able to capitalize on forcing those turnovers.
And that's one of the things that we talked about in the pregame, that definitely we always look to get those turnovers. The goal's always 3 a game, however you get them, and we were able to get multiple ones, and the pick six is always a bonus to get those situations. And I think for a while there in the first quarter and part of the second quarter, when you start talking about the field position game, obviously we got to spend a lot of time down on this side of the field, and it was to our advantage. A little bit more in the second quarter, they got to play that battle a little bit, and they got the field advantage, and but that was big for us, and start that off the way we did in the first quarter, and just like I said, we got to capitalize. We had a scenario where we probably should have had another touchdown where we didn't capitalize and didn't make a right read and didn't throw the right ball, and that's the thing we did. We did that early, and then we kind of, I don't know, it was loss of focus or whatever. We had some breakdowns a little bit in the second quarter, but it's high school football. They're young kids. They're going to have those breakdowns.
Yeah, and I mean that's as a head coach, it's going to come down to a little nitpicking here and there.
Oh, yeah.
When you have a 52-12 win, and I mean, yeah, one of the things you had a couple turnovers, and Thomas threw an interception in the end zone too, like you said, could have maybe had a few more points, but all in all, still a great output from your squad. And David and I still talk about Thomas still taking steps forward in the quarterback spot. I know you mentioned Jacob is getting closer and closer to be able to return, but it's still nice to see Thomas being able to excel a little bit and still give you that not just a deep threat, but just going through the air, going whether it be to Salzer or we saw a big play to Logan Susner here today too.
Yep.
Thomas has taken steps in the right direction at quarterback yet too.
Well, he definitely is, and there's still a lot that we know as a staff that he's not doing. We had one tonight. We tried to throw a fade later in the game, and we had the leverage, and he threw off his back foot, underthrew it, and those are the things that we try to stay on him and everything else, but. You're talking about becoming a quarterback, not as a senior.
Right.
You're not a 4-year kid doing this. You're still learning, and you're still doing it week by week. And he continues to improve. We jokingly said we actually completed 2 slants tonight. I mean, we've struggled with some of the pass routes. We kind of said that's some of the things that he struggled with. Jacob's better at throwing, and some of the things that Jacob has struggled with, Thomas has been better at throwing. So it's kind of one of those things that it'd be great to be able to combine them, but. It'll be nice to get Jacob back, but Tom does give us that luxury, and I think you'll continue to see that mixture even when Jacob comes back, just because that gives us that luxury.
Well, we got to talk about Cole Sano here too. I mean, this is the second straight week where he's rushed for 4 touchdowns, and we always allude some of it to the offensive line. But I tell you what, we talked in the pregame about how it's power football, but you also mentioned. There's still some elusiveness there, too. The jump cuts from side to side and finding the right hole to run through. It seems like Cole is really becoming that all-around tailback, and it's starting to show on the scoreboard as well with all these touchdowns.
Yeah, he does a lot of good things. And you talk about not only just he's got good vision, he's able to do the jump cuts. He's able to run you over or if he wants to do that. But, we utilize him in different ways. Not only that, but get him out in the pass routes a little bit, swing him a little bit. He catches the ball well. He's just really kind of become that utility, and that's kind of why you're starting to see that we're trying to get other kids in the mix. And you mentioned Logan Susner, Alex Salzer, who's a kid we've kind of been on all year because he's very, very athletic. He catches the ball. He has some great catches. Landon Robecki's getting more and more comfortable. You see him doing some things, and we're mixing him here a little bit at the back spot now, a little bit the wing back, and get him involved in the running game as he's more comfortable. And that's really key because we're just, we get to that point where hopefully late in the season people can't just say, okay, well, we're going to stop Cole Sano and you're going to have to beat us to somebody else. We want to be able to get to that point and say, well, if you're going to focus so much on him, then we do have the other weapons to utilize, and that's really kind of what we continue to work on. But, the line is doing a great job of creating holes, but Cole's running hard. He's running with a mission, and we need him to continue to do that.
Well, Coach, again, another great ball game, 52-12 win. Saw a lot of great things here tonight, and it's going to help propel you to the Week 8 matchup. Should be another fun one against Lackapoor Valley. Get to head home to wrap up the regular season. And, Coach, congratulations on the win here tonight. We'll see you next week.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, that is head coach of the Minneota Vikings, Chad Johnston, joining us here in the postgame show. Glad he could stop up, give us his views on the ball game from tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have Coach Sterner from the Lakeview side of things here shortly as well. It was Lakeview and Minneota on 107.5, The Fan. Back at Lakeview High School, continue through the post-game show. It's now time for our North Star and Norwegian Mutual coaches interview. Did you know that you have great insurance options right in your backyard? North Star Mutual Insurance Company and Norwegian Mutual Insurance Company in Cottonwood work together to broaden your coverage at reduced rates. Farm and home packages are offered exclusively through your local independent insurance agent who always has your individual, family, and farm goals in mind. Call your local independent agent or go online to discover how you can benefit from North Star Mutual and Norwegian Mutual, your hometown insurance neighbors. And for the coaches interview, we welcome in head coach of the Lakers, John Sterner. And coach, obviously not the result you're looking for here tonight, but really the most difficult part was just got off on the wrong foot to start the ball game with that snap over the punter, and just not the way you want to start the ball game, and kind of hand them some good field position.
Right. Yeah, we were buried in our end zone, and then just once that kind of thing happened, we have a tendency to not think, hey, we're going to be successful. We have a, oh no, here it goes again thought process right now. So that was the hard part, was overcoming that. After, they scored those first 3 scores, and then we kind of settled in and started to actually play football. This game kind of evened out a little more. We bent, didn't break. We had a few stops on them, and and then we scored that touchdown. We kind of said at halftime it was actually 13-7 if you take away those 3 scores.
And that's the thing, too, is, you take away some of those miscues, your squad's right there in it, because we saw some good things from your squad here tonight, too. And right away we talked defense. We talked about in the pregame, you and I, tackles for losses. You got some sacks here and there, but we really talked about the play of your son Elijah. He is he's everywhere on the defensive side of things. He's in the backfield wreaking havoc and just doing a phenomenal job, and hopefully he's okay. He got dinged up at the end, but credit Elijah and some of the other fellas in that linebacker and secondary able to make some nice plays for your squad. And Reed Bott, too, clogging up some areas, too.
Yeah.
I thought the defense really started, like you mentioned, after those scores got out of the way, kind of clamped down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's when, and then we started to actually play Laker football. We settled in and played disciplined. In the beginning, we were, super excited, and it all came a little too fast. We've got a young JV, so when we practice, it's not at the same speed. So, but everybody's got that problem. But it's just, it's that we sometimes have, against the really good teams, we have a moment where we got to take a deep breath and see that it's everything that we talked about. And once they settle in, then it's normal. And then we play football. And that's been the issue. So.
Well, and that's the thing, too. I mean, if you can get that defensive output from the early onset, I think your squad will be right there in the thick of things here down the stretch, too.
Yeah, and that's what happened last week at Ortonville. We were solid right away. We had stops, and we put him on the heels right away, Powell. So those are things, that's what we were hoping to do tonight, is to get a couple right away, and then we could settle in, and then we can get a drive offensively, and then make a game of it. And, but if wishes were fishes.
Yeah. You look at offensively, too. Wound up getting a few scores here in the ball game, and we were just kind of watching, analyzing exactly what's going on offensively. We thought Aaron Lowe threw the ball really well, too. Again, had the one mistake in there, too, but we thought Aaron, for the most part, was pretty on point, and got some talented receivers. You got Hoffman, you got Arrington, Lawaji. Those kids are getting open a little bit, too, and we saw some good connections in there.
Yeah, and then Lucas Hodges, too. Those 4 guys that we just that's what our real strength is our ability to throw the ball. But we have to be able to move the ball on the ground a little bit too. And we've been really successful. We just get we get within the 20, and then we just we sputter out. It's like we hope for it to happen instead of making it happen. So.
Offensively, too, we'll stick on that side of things. Elijah Sterner, over 100 yards tonight, had 110 yards. And once the line was kind of able to create just a little bit of space for Elijah to get through, he had a head full of steam and was barreling through things. So, again, a good output on the ground there, too. Had that balanced attack. And, again, just a fumble and an interception kind of put you back on your heels a little bit instead of moving forward.
Right, exactly. And that's all it is. It's just those little things. It's those... we call them mental errors and mental things. We always want to just go to 1 or less per game is our goal, and we've been sitting around 2 or 3, and that they've been at key moments. And we were driving for the touchdown against Ortonville through an interception. Tonight we had a couple of those same situations happen here, or early on when we're trying to get a drive started. It's just, and it's overcoming that, and we're trying to teach the kids that their mindset and how they have to approach the game and how they have to be active in the game and how they have to just step forward each play. So those things don't happen. But, sometimes they make good reads. They make, defense plays well. So
Well, Coach, and with this game in the books, maybe taking bits and pieces from it, you look at getting a final score at the end there too. Hodges being able to punch one across when your team was moving down the field. You get that score against a Minneota team. You kind of want to take something like that, take that momentum. You're headed towards Week 8. We're getting closer to playoffs. You're going to take on a pretty good Sleepy Eye team next week too. So, I mean, that's something you can maybe draw back on with the guys during practice too. Like, hey, we punched in another touchdown. We had a couple scores on that team, the number 1 team in state. We need to take that and go against Sleepy Eye and, wrap up the season with a win.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we're approaching it. We've been talking, as a coaching staff, and we've been approaching with the players that, the second half of the season we have opportunities here, and we have big opportunities, and we can take advantage of those opportunities. There are chances, and this was one of them that we talked about that's coming up. This is an opportunity for us. We thought Ortonville was too. We thought that we could, play a good game, and this squad as JV and whatnot played this squad really strong. So we were hoping, maybe we could play it a little differently, but it just, those things happen. But yeah, we're looking forward to Ortonville. We think that we have an opportunity to get a win there, and we're going to approach it not the same way. We're going to come out and do some things differently, maybe change some things up a little bit, but not drastically, but just the way we approach the game.
Yeah, Coach, just a few little fine-tunings going into that last week for sure. Well, again, not what you wanted this week, but again, another opportunity next week against Sleepy Eye. I appreciate your time here after the game, Coach.
Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it, and we'll wish you good luck against Sleepy Eye next week.
Thank you.
All right, that is head coach of the Lakeview Lakers, John Sterner, joining us here on the postgame show. Of course, that is our North Star and Norwegian Mutual coaches interview as we move through the postgame on 107.5 The Fan.
Awesome.
It is time now to get into our Avera Vital Stats of the game, brought to you by Avera Marshall. No matter where you live, you can rely on Avera Marshall for vital care that you need right here at home. We sell into color analyst David Riley to guide you through the numbers from the ball game.
All right, we'll start with Lakeview Lakers. Passing, Lowe was 13 for 22, 105 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Luwaji also was 1 for 1 for 4 yards. Receiving, Hodges had 3 catches for 16 yards. Hoffman had 5 catches for 26 yards. Luwaji had 1 catch for 38 yards and a touchdown. Lowe had 1 catch for 4 yards. Marchek had 1 catch for 7 yards. Arrington had 2 catches for 16. Running the ball, Sterner had 19 rushes for 110 yards. Hodges, 3 rushes, -1 yards, but he did have a touchdown. Lowe had 5 rushes for -9 yards, and Bott had 1 rush for 0 yards. Heading on over to Minneota, Thomas Hennon was 12 for 20, threw for 149 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Receiving, Salzer had 4 catches for 67 yards. Sano, 1 catch, 5 yards. Robecki, 2 catches, 18 yards, and a touchdown. Susner, 2 catches, 27 yards. Smith, 1 catch, 19 yards. Sturzinger, 1 catch, 8 yards, and a touchdown. Walerius had 1 catch and 5 yards. Rushing, Sano, 9 rushes, 112 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Reese, 4 rushes, 34 yards. Smith, 4 rushes, 19 yards, and a touchdown. Robecki, 2 rushes for 30 yards. Thomas Hennon had 2 rushes for 21 yards and a lost fumble.
Those are your very vital stats of the game, brought to you by Avera in Marshall. One last thing we need to get through before we wrap up the post-game shows. Pick out a player of the game from the Farmers Co-op Association of Canby, Minneota, and Ghent on the Minneota side of things. And it's hard to go away from him, but we've chosen frequently throughout the season. We're going to have to go Cole Sano here once again on our FCA Synnex C-Store player of the game, as you can count on your local Synnex propane supplier to make sure that your tank is filled with a clean burning energy choice from everything from your furnace and water heater to your clothes dryer and stovetop. FCA Synnex C-Store is bringing the player of the game for the Minneota Vikings and Canby Lancers. And again, we're going to go with Cole tonight, 112 yards and another 4 touchdowns back-to-back weeks with 4 touchdowns apiece for Cole Sano, as he now has 18 rushing touchdowns on the season. That is your FCA Synnex C-Store player of the game. To start to wrap things up, take a look where both squads are heading. Just talked to Coach Sterner. They'll be taking on the Sleepy Eye Public Indians right back here in Cottonwood on Wednesday. Of course, MEA week coming up, so everything's going to be on Wednesday football-wise. And for the Vikings, they'll head back home and get ready to welcome in Lacapar Valley, the Eagles, to cap things off from their home field as well. Big thanks to John Pollock back in the studio running the show, doing a phenomenal job as always. For David Riley to my left, I'm Anthony Rowling. Hopefully enjoy the broadcast as the Vikings take down the Lakers 52-12, the final of the Franks Electric Scoreboard. This was your Week 7 rendition of Friday Night Lights on 107.5